Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Hello and welcome to Pauperganda. It is Friday at the end of my vacation, having a good old time. Brother's out of town, but hopefully he chimes in here today. I am going to be playing Rally GOND, GOND Deluxe, whatever you want to call it. To make up for last week, I only played 2 live rounds. I won 3 without you guys, and 2 went down into the fire. Marco Vaggio, what's up? The Pult's in the house. So I'm going to be giving it, an old 5-try spirit to make up for last week. A few tiny changes. The mana base is all the same. We got 1 crag, 2 encampments, 2 sanctuaries, I believe 5 plains, 1 mountain, 3 gardens, 1 forest, a wilds, 1 garrison, 3 sands, and 3 ash barrens. Our creatures: 4 bodyguards, 4 wardens, 4 souls attendant, 2 sends enlistment. For our tokens section of the deck, 4 battle screech, 4 commune, 2 standard bearers protect our combo and keep things off of us. Midnight Guard in the 4 spot. We got 3 prismatic strands, best white card in the format, 2 Rally the Peasants, and 4 Presence of GOND. And our sideboard is where the changes happen. We got 1 Journey to Nowhere, 2 Oblivion Rings. We lost 1. 3 Archers, 3 Armors, 4 Pyroblast, and our 2 Fairy Macabres, which have just really been helpful against Tron and stopping the recursion loop combos more so than the Relic. And mostly the point being that if we're in a pinch, we can commune with the gods, find the answer, and go from there. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into the toinies here and see what we can see. Hopefully we do all right here. 0-0 right now. So Rosamond in the house. Marco Vaggio, how you doing, buddy? I'm doing fine. I'm got about 3 days left of my staycation. Got a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow going. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm taking my youngest to a trapeze school and going up there with them. We'll be about 100 feet in the air, flying all around like core sky fishers. So that'll be pretty cool. And hopefully come back from that in one piece. I actually like heights, though. I haven't been skydiving yet, but I have been hang gliding. Really like that. And unfortunately, my Kunstfräsen, how's it going? How's it gonding? Oh, nice. Good one. So yeah, I just used the same layout because I was playing GOND last week, and to tell you the truth, I was like, I don't want to redesign this thing. It's worked a while on it, so hopefully we do a little bit better than last week's. And my brother might be joining us, dubbed last week's Semi-Cough, so hopefully he's around here somewhere or figuring out how to chime in and that sort of thing. So help him out if you see him. That is my brother. So this is a good hand. It's not the greatest, but we'll keep it. We will keep this. I'm gonna lead off with life gain whenever you don't know better. Bodyguard serves a lot of duty in this deck, holding off, just keeping your combo safe along with standard bear and such. So it's pretty warm here today, so I've got the lights down low, so I might look a little darker colored as far as not as much light. Don't have the chrome dome going on. I want to get this going as fast as possible with these little ladies. Start gaining life because I think we're going against Standard Delver here, but who knows. And there was a Rally GOND, I think Wedge did a thing on Rally GOND, and it was pretty cool. So I've been running into that here and there a little bit, but it's funny to see people try to play that. If you have the nuts, then it's like, yeah, anybody could play it, but the decision tree is a little too steep on that one to just casually play, but it's fun seeing people try. Oh, thank you for that, Marco Vaggio. Hopefully I can play it really sweetly today. I don't think I really made any errors last week. I think I went up against mono black, and there were just some really weird blah hands. So, all right. Now this is tough. I want to get out my... Really want to get out my bodyguard. I want barons to stick. I'm tempted to just go for it here and grab another plains. I'm actually going to do that. Well, no, I've got the combo here. I'm not on that big of a clock. I'll go grab... I would have really liked to another plane there, but we'll have to kind of slow roll it a little bit here. Come on over for one. I would have preferred drop a plane and then obviously been warden into bodyguard, and then be pretty much locked up because any creature we cast is going to nullify the insect, but I think we're going to have to fight through some spell stutters now. Nerd of the Core is in the house. What happened to the red deck you were talking about? It wasn't good enough. I had to look myself in the mirror, and it won like 5-1 the first 6 games, and then the next 4 it lost, and just wasn't feeling it. Plus, last week I didn't do so well live. I did great with GOND in the matches I didn't play live, but we kind of crashed and burned otherwise. So okay, so this is all right. Gonna cycle this for a white, and let's see. At this stage, I think bodyguard's more important than the soul warden. So, and it works organically too, because we're going to want to hopefully draw out a spell stutter sprite here. Probably should have attacked there, but if he's going to sacrifice those... Oh, well, we know what he's on. Interesting. Very cool. All right. Gain our life back. A little slower than usual, but at least we've got our protection suite in the house. Unless Vapor Snag shows up. Gosh. Good times. Yeah, I was discussing back and forth with Methonical about the sideboard in this, and my point was that, you know, with the Fairy Macabre, you can search it up with the Commune with the Gods, and he thought about it a while, ran the numbers, and turns out I was right, but who cares what right is? It's got to work. I mean, it is refreshing to have a early relic and just chew up people's graveyards, but for the matches we really do want to bring that in against, this is tough. I almost think we let this go. Yeah, I'm going to let this go. Make sure I'm talking too much and not paying too close of attention as to what's being played. He played a mountain, so best he's got a Vapor Snag. Oh, I'm going to let this die. We want to keep our combo safe if we've got it. I'm going to squeeze it through while I can. If I would have known I was going to draw that next, I probably would have let the bodyguard go, but... The feared combo in Pauper. Let's see if we can do something with it. Fairy is also uncounterable. Is this the bolt? Yes. I thought I took that the wrong way, but yes, you're right. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things about it. Go fetch and get it. All right. Well, he's either got a Vapor Snag, which is unlikely, or another mountain and a red source, so we're going to try to keep this safe, and we'll pop this for red in case he just hasn't dropped one yet. And we'll see what we can see. He's already played one hard counter. Since we have double GOND, I think I'm going to just go for it here. See if he's got it. Probably run into a hard counter here, but if not, we win. All right. The only reason I did that is because we had 2. A little backup plan there. One of the things I'm fond of doing with this deck is I take out, especially against Delver, sometimes I take out the entire combo, and you just turn into this token life engine, which is hard for them to beat anyway, with Spider Silk and Pyroblast. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to bring in all our Pyroblasts, all our Scatter Shots, and we're going to take out our entire combo. Probably 1 strand, 1 guard, Love Enlistment against this matchup, and we probably, standard bearers aren't going to be too keen here, so I'm going to lose those, and let's see, bring back in, it would be kind of fun to bring in one of those, but I'll bring back in this, and I'll show you what this looks like here too. Does the fact that they are on Flame Slash and not Scred change how you sideboard? I think if I was really, really focused Nerd of the Core, it probably would, and I was crunching their numbers and I had their list up, it might. Usually when I'm doing these Twitch shows, it's more for entertainment value and just kind of having a good old time with everybody, so not the most crazy tournament outing. All right, well, we've got life. We don't really have much of our sideboard that we drew here. This is a tough one if we're going to keep. I don't think we should. The only thing we really got going for us is Soul Ward, and then we got to wait till turn 4 to do much of anything. It's not going to do much against an early ninja or anything. I'm going to mold this. This I like a lot more. We got protection early, and then Spider Silk kind of shuts the door in this matchup, so we'll keep this. Plus, we get to see another card. We got plenty of lands. Thank you very much. Boom. Yeah, I agree, Marco Baggio. So we got a new commercial out. If anybody was bored or curious and saw that, a lot of fun to make that. I just got the idea for a. I don't know how many of you saw it. I'll be playing it at the break. I get too excited because those things take so many hours to put together, and you by the time you're ready, it's like I don't want to wait 24 hours to showcase this. So I just kind of spoiled it early. If you haven't seen it, it's a take on a Golgari sort of southern cooking Cajun restaurant with a lot of little crazy references to silly stuff like brown scale brisket and gourmet goulash and other sorts of things. So yeah, a lot of good times. All right, well, drop this, gain a life while we got it. Maybe this will block a ninja a little later on. Shoot, there we go. Second ability is automatically. That is the most finicky card in Pauper, Soul's Attendant. Seems like every other game it works fine, and then the other ones, if you click through one phase, it just causes so many hiccups on the other side. All right. Yeah, it was pretty funny last week. We taught my brother how to play live on the stream, and he did pretty good. I mean, he went undefeated, and so that's the joke. Now he retired undefeated. That's a pretty well. If I wait on this, we've got some nice plays here. Drop the encampments, cycle the barons. I'm just going to pass the turn here because I really want the Spider Silk to stick next turn. That's pretty game over if it does. And we've got a Pyroblast here to either draw out a counter or whatnot. But anyway, I forget which one of you out there named him that, but the name Semikov stuck, and we were laughing about it all week. But he just headed back up north a few days ago, so been flying solo again here. I don't have 24 lands. I believe we run 23, and with Sen's Enlistment, it's very crucial to run that, I believe. Well, the question here is, do we wait on the counter? What's the best he could have? If we did that, he's already dropped the land. What do you guys vote? You think we should knock him out of the sky? Roll the dice on Spider Silk? Probably pull out a Spell Stutter, at least on his turn. What do you think? Mike Man in the house. The question is, do we blast the insect? And Mike Man, you're like me on like an impatient day. Just do it, kill it. All right. Well, there's two. Let's go for it. It's always good to do stuff on their turn, right? Boom. Come on out, Spell Stutter. At least that'll get him off a hard counter, and then Spider Silk will stick either way. Well, all right. Well, there's that. It's probably got Electricity going down here. Yeah, that looks like what happened. Either way, we got rid of a counter, right? That's good times. So actually, I'm gonna go grab a plane here. I've already got access to red, and that's not really our priority. But if I drop into I'm pretty sure he's sitting on what do you call? Electricity. So we're gonna attack into this and see what he's got. Semikov. There he is. The best Magic player statistic-wise in the history of the game. Oh man, you spelled it wrong. You should have put C-O-F-F. You jackass. Oh well, I didn't talk to my brother that way. Alright, let's see. Now if I do this, I'd rather have the bodyguard live. We'll rock this. See if this works. Semikov in the house. Oh, it wasn't available? Who the hell has that name? Alright, yeah, I was right about that, but at least we retain the bodyguard this way. But not much else. We better draw something, because without a life engine, we don't have much here. What a strange play this is. Shows you what dire conundrum you can get into with an active Spider Silk armor out. That is a mean card. I don't believe they have a way of countering that in the most standard lists. Mr. Undefeated, that's right. Gather around for some lessons. Nice. Marco Vaggio Deluxe, you gave a great community. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm not quite sure if maybe there's a bit of a language barrier there, or you spilled something on the keyboard. But I'm a little bit giddy the last 24 hours. I might have an in at working at SpaceX, and for all of you that know how crazy nerdy I am with anything to do with space exploration, you know that that's a pretty exciting thing for me. So I'm pretty cool. Oh, you got a great video. Thank you for that. Well, you're part of it, Marco Vaggio, and thanks for joining me all the time and that sort of stuff. Hopefully we can just take down the red menace here. Kind of forced in her hand. Go thin some stuff out here. Rock like this. We're not going to last long if we're trading 1 for 3. This dude is aggressive. Boy. Okay, I'm on a 2 for 1 is for a 1 bodyguard. I think he's doing that out of fear of the combo, thinking that we've got a Midnight Guard in tow, but we don't. We're just gaining life, making tokens, and trying to counteract stuff. So here's where I'm going to pull a little bit of a bluff story. Pull a red, untap, think about it for a little bit. We'll go like this. Keep the red up. See what goes down here. All right. Well, I'd rather have a warden than an attendant, just for the triggers that they've got. I don't really want to walk into much there. But I can't wait too long. But I'm going to wait till we've got at least 2 threats to pull out there. Thanks everyone for the kindness, says Semikov. The red menace versus the green teabagger. Oh boy, it begins. In with the soul hole conversations. Yeah, I was really thirsty to play last Sunday and went and saw Dunkirk with the family. It was not in agreement with most people about that movie. Just didn't quite like it. I don't know what there was to it. Well, we've got a little opening here, so I'm going to take it with, you know what, if I keep that out, I can at least drop the screech here. We're probably going to run into a spell stutter, but at least we can kill and block the insect. Well, we can't if it gets countered, but regardless, got to try something, right? All right. Let's rock here. Pull this out. Probably going to run into a sprite, which we can block. Okay. 3 to 1. We're pretty much hell-bent anyway, though. I'm going to bring up our sideboard. The Pult says, I read Dunkirk exceptionally... Yes, I thought so, too. I've got baby ears, too, and I was very flat out just mad at how loud that movie was. And so I think I kind of went into it mentally with my arms folded a little bit, like, this is lame, what the hell? All right, I'll go here and I represent that we've got more than we do. Hard counter. All right, well, we're not far from death. We're not far from death. Yeah, that was pretty accurate. So we can block the sprite, hopefully stop from being a ninja. But so this game plan so far is not working too well, but it usually does. All right, he's probably got a bolt for our face. Dude brought in 3 electriceries. My goodness. Yep, we're 1 and 1. Win, loss, silver, red. Off to the sideboard. All right. Now then, I don't really want to make many changes here. I like this, I like that. I'm going to keep it just as is. Didn't draw too well. But yeah, we run 23 lands there. Whoever was asking that earlier, I think it was Marco Vaggio. Yeah, so my Semikov really liked the movie, and my mom did too, but I don't know. My son and I were a little against it, which is rare because I really like anything Christopher Nolan's done in the past, but that was just a little bit. But I'm in the minority because it seems like it's getting about 90% on most of the sites out there and stuff. So, all right, well, we've got a nice sequence here. So it looks like. I mean, that's depending on what we draw. We'll keep this. Power Blast, really good inclusion in this deck. When I was adding it in, I was talking to Methodical over a few days, and we were coming up with, we really got to make room for that because there are some blue decks and Tron and such. Sorry if you hear those airplanes. Got the windows open. It's been pretty warm here lately, so I'll come back and punch them in the face with your cards, says Mike Mann. Yeah, hopefully we can. Would be nice if we had a little life gain going on here, but it's tempting to blow that thing out of the sky, but I think I might want to wait on that for well, we got it natural this turn. I'm gonna kill it. Gaze mana up. Keep him on the defensive. Questionable there. Yeah, if he's mana screwed, it's gonna look like a great play. If he's got a ton of counters, we're gonna regret that. I'm gonna attack hoping he drops. We're gonna act like we're off of green here. Maybe we can trade with a Sprite if he's really feeling like kind of greedy. We'll see. I'm going to play this a little slow here. Go from here. Yes, Bodyguard beat down. Like not giving those sprites any food. What you got? Down comes one. Let's see what he's got. My goodness. Every time I open up the chat screen, it's going to bounce screens like that. That's ridiculous. Bottom, we like that. Probably has a Sprite. This is where we like, well, top priority is to get that Spider Silk to stick, so we'll just keep chewing them up. Buy a hard counter here. This is why we like 23 lands, because our lands feel good now. Now we put the sticks on him. I mean, if he has a red, okay, it's fine. We'll do it again next turn. Next turn might be able to buy one because we'll play one, drop one, play the two. All right, there's that. Got one hard counter out. I like that. We're pretty much set in stone with these, so see, I'm going to make it appear like we've got Pyro Math. Bring this back, sacrifice this, get two more. Go and get you some. Helicopter, says Simikov. Floating disembodied. Oh, that's right. Yes, my helicopter parenting. I was watching the replay when we were done with the feed. It was funny how seriously I took that. Just like, whoa, 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 because we were about to like chop our own head off, it almost seemed like. So, two hard counters. I don't know if this guy understands how retrace works. Ooh, it would have been sweet to have that there. You know what? I'm going to attack into this thing. With the normal combo, Bodyguard's good, but right now I'm kind of tells me a little bit about his hand there too. So this game is serious, life and death. Yeah, I was freaking out. Come on, turn into a ninja, please. Darn it. One of the few decks you want to see ninjas. Well, we know one of these is going to be a good thing. So since we have, well, we have an equal amount of both. See if I can draw out the hard counter. Bring this out. Bring this out. That's fine. Now if we can get our Sends Enlistment active, we're pretty much gonna should have this down. Looks like he's searching for a red source here, but not that it's gonna get him much. Bit of a slow game here. 13 minutes left. Drop a commune. Alright. That's fine. Got blockers for days. Except now, you know, if he's got another sprite, he can keep Sense Enlistment at bay. So it's not out of the woods yet. Ah, son of a gun! And every other day, this thing just jacks up like that. Alrighty. You got bottom, top, good and bad. Probably should have sends there, but clicking a little too fast on this hand. Hopefully he does get his red going, and then he tries to counter the prismatic, and we're able to do something about it. We'll see. You can see how much of a brake pedal the Spider Silk puts down. Is it raining by me? Nope. Nope, but I've heard it's families yet again off towards Vegas this morning, so there's supposed to be some flash floods out that way, which is way far away from me. I'm nowhere near Vegas, but it's closer than where you are, Semikoff, that's for sure. Down comes red. Triffids. I don't think I've ever heard that word before. Triffids. What does that mean, Mike Man? Alright, sucker, come on over. Yeah, forgot your place. Alright. Man, I really wish we had well, we can do one better. We can cycle, go get something we don't want, and then pitch that to the Sins. He's got another fairy. Alright, there's all four of them. Yowza. I'll probably start attacking here pretty soon. I could sense a bolt coming towards the bodyguard and then just running at me and flipping one of these things around. Day of the Triffids. Don't quite know. Oh, yeah, the treble, or the whatever those little furry creatures are, yeah, but it's not a Triffid. Oh, 1951 novel. Lost Nation JC. I think that's the first time you chimed in. Thanks for joining us. We will block here, and here, and here. Logic being, if he's going to return something, we want it to not be a counterspell. Three counters for that. All right. Well, all right. I'll save one of them. Interesting play there. Nice flexible play. Something, please. Well, no, we don't have that either. Son of a gun. Alright. Now we're getting in a bit of a tight spot. I really want to had a land there. We'd be right back in the race, which is a pretty high probability, so not too worried here yet. Syscom says, driving home, lurk mode on. Okay. We've done a skit for the Spellstutter's Speech Center. I remember that. I'm looking at the board thinking, what other cards have we done skits on? Block here. Tempted to just drop this. If he throws a ninja out, I think I'll trip the strands to buy some time. Or not. There's that. 3 cards in hand. Alrighty. Well, what I'm going to do here is play this. We will bounce this. We'll cast Sends. Discarding this. Going to look directly into a, what is it? A Gush. Floating 2 mana. If I counter that and he's got the counter, I don't want to have that happen. More than likely, I'm going to let this through. We'll try to counter the hard counter. We're at 16 still. 11 minutes to 15. Third game. We'll be alright. Huh. Well, I'll pay 2. Not how I envisioned this going down. I'm not used to seeing that list there. Okay. Can I pay 2 yet? Is it going to work? Yay! And we're back in it. So 2 of the cards in his hand. He's pretty much only got 3 cards in hand. 2 of them are islands. We've got our blockers out. Pyroblast. This. Feeling a little comfortable now. Spell Pierce. Great card. Sorry for the jiggle screen, but I got to see if he's gonna what he's gonna do with this. This is a tight matchup. Casting Ponder for, let's see what he's gonna do with it. How cool is Semikov too? He shows up in a game that he doesn't quite understand. Of course, he is undefeated at it. Goes from there. Does not shuffle his library. This does not bode well. All right. Drawing cards like crazy. Gonna leave that chat screen up. All right. 1 burn spell. 2 burn spells. Where's our prismatic when we need it? Come on now. I'll probably just draw another land and be able to counter with Pyroblast. Hopefully. That's the theory. I'll try to play all 5 rounds, but if it gets to about 3:15 Pacific Standard Time, I am going to have to call it for sake of the little man having to go to his parkour class. So I'll die with this record, says Semikov. Yes, sir. Okay, now this is a tight spot. Liking this. A little redundant with Spider Silk. These are like ozone bird tokens, right? No. I'm going to stop that right now. Right now. It'll be nice when we can have prismatic strand moves. How many dead counters? Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3 hard counters down. Yeah, that's right. You're out of juice, baby. I drop this just to make things really unreachable. 1 3s, liking that. Once we get our life online, we should have this one, barring any craziness. I mean, they do run the swirling sandstorm, so. Yeah, for the longest time when I was a kid, I played Stratego, and I didn't lose till I think I was in my 20s or something. It's not like I played all the time, like once a year or whatever, but it was I had the same sort of thing as Semikov. Hod says, family has to support each other. That's right. He did not shuffle, so he's got something good going on here. Gotta feel really up against it like this, huh? I'll drop this now. I'm just tired of looking at it. Requires 2 counter spells and really screws up plans. Take that. Did I choose red on that one? It just seemed like it went right to the graveyard. Oh, I did. Okay, God. That was weird. That was like a little time-space lapse continuum. I don't remember pressing red, and all of a sudden my bird was still there, and so was I. Alrighty. Maybe I had too much coffee. Okay, this is feeling a little silly here. I guess we could come on in with one of these, and we've got so many prismatic strand backups at this point. I'll just start nibbling them up. Come on, sucker. What you got? It's probably sitting on electricity or something. That's right. 9 minutes. Down about 3. I love how many lands this guy's playing. I'd be holding on to him and making me sweat, but he's hell-bent now. Preordaining. Let's see if he keeps both of them or what he's going to do. Bottom. Top. So he likes something. Only 1 hard counterspell left. All right. He's definitely drawing a card there. Gosh, we might deck him before this is over. Ninja shows up. We've got that in spades. Bodyguard, very important here because we can flash back Battle Screech. Boom, boom, boom. This will be his one opening if he's got one, if he counters this. Nope. Now we really want to commune here because we can just churn into our Rally the Peasants. Homage to our card in the frame here, and we'll see what we can do. You can't lose at a game you never play it. That's right. Yeah, that's true. But to have a win record and then go quiet, that's pretty deluxe. Alright. I don't like how we got rid of that other... I should have got rid of my other source of green, not playing. It shows just my lack of playing this deck all the time, inside and out. Be nice if we were gaining life with each of these spells, but we'll have to make do with this. Pull this off. And I think I'm going to swing on in with a few here. Make it 3 this time. Jesus Magurza is the opponent's name. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'll lose 1 for 3. I could get cute and play Strands. I respect the deck too much. They have too many tricks. It's only 2 cards in hand, but I'm fine with whittling them down to stuff. Izzet may just have quite a few tricks in their bag, so we'll let that go from there. He's probably like, where is this guy's combo at? It's stuffed in my sideboard, baby. That's just what I wanted to see. We will send enlistment for this with our Strands backup. This should do it. I mean, it'd be nice if we were gaining life. I mean, we'd be at like 30 life here. Now we got some nice backup singers. Now I can go crazy. Come on, over for 7. I mean, if he had a Sprite, he would have played it there. There is 1 in his graveyard. I prefer to kill the Sprite. And I think I'm going to flash this back. We'll say blue. Kill the Sprite. And just like that. Now if he does have that Swirling Sandstorm one, that'd be cool, but we can still counter it. And if he counters it, we can counter it again. Alright. Don't want to get too greedy. You know, realistically, I probably should have bodyguarded that. I know it sounds silly, but... can't imagine him wanting to attack here. Delver shows up. It was so frustrating last week. I was 3-0 with this, went live, lost, and I was like, wait a minute, this is one of my better decks. And then my brother Semikov shows up. We teach him how to play. He goes 2-0. So it's like, hold on a minute. Now, hold on a minute. Yeah, I like doing this first just because we're able to flash back Strands and be able to attack with stuff. Does Sandstorm do much considering it only hits non-flying creatures? Yeah, I mean, it could wipe out our group last turn. It would have been able to allow him to at least swing for 3, but that was kind of a dead matchup. So, all right, so we're 1-0. Took down the big bully on the block. We'll jump into the next round here. You guys don't notice the big black things above me. I've switched my old seat back out. It's a very expensive chair, but it's for long periods of sitting. It's funny. I've got, I guess, shorter legs than I should because it hits the back of my calves just a little bit too much. So I've got the old chair in here, so I'm feeling a little bit more comfy than usual. Winner, chicken dinner, says Shorazaman. Yeah, little fights out camping with the family. Did a pretty cool little Cajun accent for the new commercial I'll be playing after the next match. Unless this guy takes like 3 or 4 minutes. In that case, we'll roll to it. But here we go. Off to round number 2. Semi-cough in the house. All right. So we really like this hand. Got our combo. The only thing we're missing is really bodyguard. We got protection. We've got pretty much everything. This is what makes this deck really nice, though. With Karoo lands, normally this is kind of a dead land, but when you play Karoo lands, I referenced that wrong. You're able to bounce the thing that you didn't want to play in the first place, go cycle it, and go for broke. So it's a good time. So we'll keep this. And we don't really have a Maybe we'll draw into a basic here, but we've got our lands situated here. I mean, just right here we can access every color of land that we need. So it looks like we're going up against Affinity, which, as we all know, we really need to watch out for. Galvanic Blast. Everybody's running that breath mint. I believe this is that, isn't it? All right. Great match, says Marco Baggio. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I was talking to Methonical. He's not going to be in the challenge this weekend, so he's like, you got to play it for my sake, because I usually play Rally Gone. But so here's the thing: we play this, and then we return it to our hand, and then we cycle it. Return a land. Play real slow when you do this. I'm actually going to go get white. Really got to hit your white here with like things like Battle Screech and such. And we're going to have to discard, but luckily for this deck, we've got plenty of options to discard. So we'll get rid of our Sen's Enlistment, keep our secret to ourselves, and go from there. Sen's Enlistment's great against Affinity for a lot of reasons. Being able to just jump in front of 4/4s until you can buy time for your combo. This is a tough scenario, though. You want to... I think the correct line of action here is to drop Bodyguard and then Commune, because we want to be able to have protection the next turn. Let me Commune first. This might alter my decision, especially if we get Prismatic Strands or something. So we got a Battle Screech. That's nice. We've already got a Warden. They don't really run Echoing Spells, so I'm going to favor the Warden over the Attendant just for the bugs that it causes. Going to drop the Bodyguard and pass the turn, so we can at least protect our Midnight Guard. Now, if they've got double Galvanic Blast, all the power to them. What I really wanted to have happen there was to throw out Prismatic Strands so that we've got Bodyguard Strands backup, which is pretty sweet. If he uses a Galvanic Blast on this, I'm pretty happy, actually. That's great. Hey, save 4 to our head. Of course, it might imply that he has another one right behind it. Syscom says, home sweet home, let's enjoy some GOND. Yeah, I forgot how long I was brewing this before it kind of became one of the decks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. If he's got any sort of trick. Might want to play a little possum here and act like we're just kind of dead in the water. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, we're given what he draws, and if... I should bait him here and type in something like, oh, one of those days. It isn't, but we want him to think it is. Yeah, I think that's the correct play here. I mean, I'm not going to drop a Soul Warden, double Soul Warden. I'm going to play this and just act tired of living, because then we're going to have backup for our Midnight Guard combo, and it'll at least be able to live through a turn with the flashback of Prismatic Strands. How you like that, Semi-Cough? Did you get all that? Brother's eyes glaze over sometimes when I ramble on about Magic. Forget how just specialized our lingo is with our community. Marco Vaggio, you're full of compliments. Thank you for that, sir. If you don't notice, I moved the mic a lot closer to my mouth, so this is the little Black Death Star I speak into. I've got quite a few fans on in here, so hopefully it's not taking away from all this cutting into the audio. Can you do it? Just a question of how far he's going to go with this. I wish I could type here, because this is when the psychological warfare happens. And you say, man, do you have a deck list for that? Questions like that, so that implies like you're already beaten. How far do you want to go, baby? So 11, 13, 15, 17. If he nukes something, we got it. I mean, I got to do this regardless, so I'll pop it now. A lot of times they'll do the damage, then fling. That's an interesting play too. Pow, alright. So 2 Galvanic Blasts down. That bodes well for our Midnight Guard. If I can live through this turn. Probably not. I think he's got us here with Prismatic on the stack. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. He's got us. Unless he's bluffing. Well played, Swindy. I don't think I've played him before, but looks like he's got it. So we've got protection on the stack. Don't matter. We're dead. Down a game to Affinity off to the sideboard. In which we will... hey, if you're going to lose like that. That's pretty cool. Very well played. We're dead either way with that scenario. Bringing in our journeys. 1 ring, 2 spider silks. Bring out 1 standard bearer. 1 sends. 1 bodyguard and 1 rally. And we'll hope for the best. Don't forget our YouTube channel. Hundreds of high-quality Pauper vids. Hey, yeah, the robot's working. Or is that you, Shiraz? I can't quite remember. I don't remember that coming up last week. Yeah, I just updated our little playlists and stuff like that. Pretty cool. I was thinking, I think we have, is it 15 standalone, like, private joke trailers for Magic now? It's pretty cool. I was like, wow, getting up there now. Yeah, questionable keep. They're a bit slower deck. We've got half our combo. We've got protection. Our mana's right. I'm going to keep this, especially because of Commune. That's our gas. All right. Down to 6. GOND is usually really favored in this matchup. I shouldn't say really. It's about a 60-40. There are times when you're going to just crash and burn, obviously. All right. Well... we've got the Sanctuary I'm going to play on turn 3 because what I want to do is go and blossom into, if we don't draw anything better, Ash Barrens into Commune and see what we can see. Hopefully dig up Midnight Guard. Go from there. I probably should have taken out at least one of the Gonds, but... Sprig Leaf Drum. Okay, well this is even better. We don't have to play the Ash Barrens in this scenario. I'll rock like this, drop this, and see what we get. Spider Silk and Oblivion Ring. We're going to be throwing Rally into our yard. Not the best. I kind of like Oblivion Ring over the Spider Silk here. Just to buy us more time. I'm going to pull that. We don't really have an answer for many beasties yet. So maybe that'll make him play a little slower. Gosh, it would have been nice to turn over a couple of birds and prismatic and such, but who knows? Yeah, I favored Ring there too. You get a quick Carapace Forger coming at us. I want to have at least an answer for it, other than a trampling over a plant. One of these years I'm going to play Affinity. It's definitely kind of my style. Big fast stuff and being aggro, but I still think Special Kyle's build's the best. Well, that's an interesting take. This is interesting. Readjust my seat. I think I'm gonna call his bluff here. I'll pull this. I'm gonna cycle this for a red. So we can flash back our Rally of the Peasants in this sideboard. Don't want to play it yet though. Get my mana right. And I'm actually going to return my life gainer back. And I will block this. Kartkan's a little bit too good against us, especially with Sends Enlistment tokens and such. I'd rather call his bluff if he attacks into me. It's like, alright, I'll block. Mike Man is back. A little too willy-nilly to waste that on a Clark can. As far as what I'm referencing is the prismatic strands. I think here it's better to just probably block. Obviously, you don't want to be dropping Oblivion Ring on that because we don't really have Skyfishers or a way to get it back. Which maybe in future builds it'll happen, but the deck's just too tightly designed right now. There's not much room for anything. You favor that, I favor mine. You're gonna attack? Alright. Good times. What's interesting here is if I do attack and he trips it, Prismatic Strands, he's got at least two for 1.5 because Prismatic Strands at least flashes back. Okay. He doesn't get much doing that, does he? Well, we'll attack. I'll drop this. Gain a life. Go from there. Usually Prismatic Strands is enough against Affinity, but this guy knows what he's doing, so that's a bad thing for us. That was a beautiful last turn. Using the stack to his advantage. Very nice. Plants are neat in this matchup because, boy, they really cost a lot of tempo and run into those 4/4s and such. Very cool. Alright, we will take one here. 2 mana away from being able to double rally, but we already took one out, so that's really the only one we've got. Have to keep that in mind. I'm going to get rid of the Enforcer here. A bit of a slower game. Not too worried about much else. He could sack that, but that's just a 2 for 3 if you count the plant token as one, but we did get a mana out of it. You never know, they might be afraid that we can flash that back or do something along the lines of returning it. Of course, he might also have, I mean, it's not against Affinity to have like enchantment removal end of turn, so he might still be attacking us for 5 next turn. Drawn a little bit slower here. Glad he didn't do anything at the end of the turn. We are down a game against Affinity. Hoping to bring it back. We're seeing Can Shaman. I tend to like playing against builds that have this. It just seems like our win percentage is higher with it. I still don't think it belongs in Affinity, but that's not to say I haven't been beaten plenty with it. To oblivion and beyond. In comes Clarky. So now we can rally as a defensive move, kill something. The only problem is, the only thing we can kill is the Forger, and we would have to lose our plant to it. Not the most optimal play. Not drawing the greatest here. Would really be nice if we had Sense Enlistment. That's why we run 2. I do believe we took one out. Or for our Midnight Guard to show up, that would be pretty sweet. We'd have double backup for it. We still got enough time here, but not much. I mean, 10 a turn is nothing to laugh at. Alright, well, what I want to do here first is Strands for green. Just to make sure it works. If it eats a Dispel, I'm not going to like that. Boy, that was dumb, wasn't it? Look what I just did. So I was assuming that this would be able to kill our dude, but at least I didn't waste that spell yet. So protected from green. Alright, well at least we'll live to fight another day with this scenario. We're still at 24. This deck is good at covering up mistakes because it's so flexible. Pull off green. Prismatic in the yard. Alright, lands. We get it. I don't need any more, please. So 6 is kind of the threshold here. However, I'm going to play this for the life benefit out of respect for affinity, and we already have 2 in our hand. Plus, if we are able to send, we can do a hard prismatic strands. That's the logic anyway. I wonder, it's probably worth, nah. He can kill me with a well-timed fling a tog sort of scenario here, so. Wonder if it's worth, no, that's not worth it. What am I talking about? I was thinking of enchanting it, pulling a cart can, and then tripping the strands, which he would just answer with another sack, drawing 2 cards, and yeah, we're up against it here, I'm no lie. Yeah, we need something other than lands. We've been drawing too many of them. But make no mistake, this deck needs a lot of them. Ah, why would he be doing this? What a strange play. I'm not going to block with it. Alright. Letting it through. 9, 10 comes through. He flings for 5. Without a tog yet, I'm not too worried for another turn or two. Nice rainbow attack here. Prismatic Strand's not feeling too strong with this color wheel attacking us here. And we get our lady back with our Prismatic Strands access. Hey, at least it wasn't a land that time. Very glad we Oblivion Ring that Myr. We would we'd be at like 7 life right now. So he's tripping that. I still don't think it's worth really flashing that back, because all he's going to do is trip the star, draw another card. So I'm going to let this go. Still don't have a tog out, which is probably what he's digging for. We're at 2 if he has another Galvanic Blast in hand. Unfortunate, but I'd like to see the Shaman go. Or maybe he just drew another one, but we're up against it in a tight spot. Be really cool to get like a... well, what? Sends and Listens, probably the best card we could draw right now. At least for blockability. That's not bad. Would have been so much nicer with... I'll drop here. You can make that unblockable. Now we can flash back Strands and the Rally, killing... I would prefer to kill the Myr Enforcer here so we have access to Prismatic Tricks, because we can't really stop the Enforcer damage from happening. But it looks like we're going to be at 1. So I don't think we have much of a good shot of winning here. If we could only have a fog, right? You said it all, Mike Man. Ugh. That's how this feels. Because this is, sometimes you lose against Stompy with GOND too, and it has that same vibe where you're like, come on, I'm supposed to win this one. Oh man, does he got the Breath Mint? He's got that. We can't abide that, but we gotta at least do this. I wish we had one in our hand. Like Trickery explains why he dropped the Shaman. And we are dead. Unless he thinks we're holding Strands, which we gotta kind of pretend like we are. It looks like we're gonna be 1-1, folks. Here we go, folks. It's a riveting matchup. And he's not falling for anything. Yeah, if I had Prismatic, I would have blocked here, called blue, and flashed back for green. Or not, but ugh. Bummer. Alright, guys, well, I'm going to roll the commercial. Use the restroom. Encourage you to do the same. We'll be right back after this new commercial. I believe it's the new commercial. Yeah, enjoy.
Y'all, come down to Golgari's Sudden Rail for the finest in Cajun cuisine. Whether it's our signature brown scale brisket or the gourmet goulash, You'll gnaw all of our items to the bone. Feed your plan at Gongari's. Whether you prey upon the spices root waters and wash it all down with our famous scorpion slasher, or try our award-winning Sakura steak sandwich with croissant kale salad, topped with our own Wickerbowl sauce. This is Gongari's Sutton Grill. Go get your some.
In what universe is the family circus better than Dilbert? For instance, yo, what's up, man? How you? Ben.
Oh, you know, cuz. Keeping it straight. No.
All right, cool. Well, I guess I'll check you later.
All right, dog. What you should see is Rain People with James Caan and Shirley Knight.
Yeah.
That's... what's up, man?
You have something to say?
Yeah, man, how's Denise?
Oh, yeah, Denise. She good. Anyway, I guess I'll catch you on the flip.
Yeah, dog, yeah. Ain't no thing.
Come on, stick it.
I'm in there, dog. No, I'm in there, dog. I'm in there.
Tuck it.
I'm in there.
Tuck it.
I'm tucking it in, dog. I'm in there, dog. I'm in there, dog.
No, all right.
It were there that I lost me dear Silhana. She walked her last ledge, but folks, me loss is your gain. So it's in her memory, Silhana's Window Walkers was created. The finest window scrubbing in all of Ravnica. Cleaning where only flyers dare to soar.
Be reminding them they won't be getting blocked by new high prices with us, John.
Don't be getting blocked by high prices. Silhana's Window Walkers.
Guild Pack member since 1906. Are you feeling bogged down or despondent? Has a friend or loved one noticed you look withered? Then Phyresius may be right for you. Phyresius is an all-natural Phyrexian supplement that can give you a different outlook on life. Do not take Phyresius while enchanted, equipped, or have shroud. Players taking Phyresius should not man vehicles for at least 3 turns. Avoid contact with humans or merfolk if you've had a recent gut shot or have had any interactions with the graveyard. In extreme cases, exile may occur. Ask your alchemist if Phyresius is right for you.
Available at Moros's Market. And we're back. I was rolling to one more commercial than I intended because our opponent is a little bit slow getting here, but so we beat Delver Red and we lost to Affinity, and we're going into round 3 here, and hopefully we do a little bit better. Little just clunky draws, bit too much land. There's that 3 mana spell that does a lot of what Commune with the Gods does. Curious if I might want to. In the last few games, felt like we needed like one more way of getting that, but sample size is a bit too large on this deck for that. Alright, we've got kind of an endgame hand here, but I'm going to keep it because the mana's right. It's a very Bruce Lee-esque sort of deck. You just kind of take what it gives you as long as your mana's right, usually. Playing against Night Shadow. Looks like Affinity. Hopefully we can get revenge here. We shall see. Alrighty. That's in the house. We don't want to block this. We want to save that for the big 4/4 fatties. Everybody enjoy the new commercial. Get all the little references. I actually spent more time in Photoshop on that one than any other one. Real subtle stuff. Even the Gurmag Angler tongue is in there somewhere, but most people don't see it. Alright, down to 19 from the Germ token. I do like Flare Husk, and that's what we want to be blocking next turn. Alright, well, our combo's almost here. I believe the play is commune, tap, fetch next turn, sanctuary. Yeah, so we're going to play this, drop this. We've already got midnight, but we've got two prismatics here, so that's cool. So I'm going to go favor the life package here. And we'll block and take one, unless he wants to drop that. Yes, I'm hungry for some Corolla cooking. Nice. Forget how do you pronounce that? I can't really ask in chat because nobody can answer me without typing it, and then I'm in the same conundrum again. Alright, well, we're going to cycle this, bounce this. Interesting. Yeah, I'll do that. Cycle this for white. Looks like we're going to... He's off to a bit of an uncolorful start. And what is the best thing to throw in our yard at this point? Probably prismatic strands. Throw that out to protect our combo yet again. Gonna have to go out there a little bit naked. Well, we'll have bodyguard backup. Opponent's a little stuck here. Not too much though. Alright. Let's see. Let's get our life going. Got the protection of the strands. Bring this here. We've got triple strands in our yard, so we can be a little loosey-goosey. Probably blocking and killing the forger next turn or two, but I do want to block it this time. Keep our options open for red. Drum in the house. Down they come. Alright. I like to stay above 10 with regards to affinity, so I know this seems a little weird. If I had one, I probably would take it. I don't know. All hunch at this point. Protection foam green. Now, we've got our Sens Enlistment game if we don't get the GOND online. Rally with prismatic backup feels pretty deluxe. Yes, there is a lot of junk in the yard. Go and get you some. Yield to that. Stack abilities automatically. Mana was a bit clunky, but it looks like we've righted the ship. Now we've got insurance against Fling too, so that's cool. I'm going to slow roll this a little bit more. Want to bring out this for Fling insurance and for more bodyguard insurance. Bodyguard. Next turn we'll start Sens Enlisting stuff. Bring up our life total back up again. And bodyguard. Alright. Go from here. Always a nerve-wracking matchup. You see how explosive Affinity was in that other game. It gets burly. Gets burly fast. Already back to about 19 mana, or life, not about. Bodyguard, bodyguard. Okay, well that's interesting. One card in hand. Go here, 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 and here. Crimson Rum, thanks for joining us, sir. See what he's got. Best case scenario, what? Got double priz. Okay. I'm gonna trap this. Call green. Actually, I should probably call red first. In case he's got some trick. Trip this. Call green. Hopefully that makes him a little bit timid about attacking. Into this maelstrom of white. Well, that's good times. Better lucky than good sometimes. Double bodyguard backup. I think we get the concession here. Or not. Strange. At least we'll get enough life to make this kind of silly. Might be a good time to go get a beer or coffee, whatever time of day it is there. I'm fond of both. Call it the drink of the oxymoron. I'll get up above a respectable life total here, even if he does have a sweeper. We've got double bodyguard. Next turn we're pretty much going to be able to end it, especially if we draw into a red source. Just trying to get my life up to where I don't have to think too hard. Probably sitting on electricity thinking like, what a fool, but it's like, well, not really. We're gaining a lot of life and buying turns, and we can still do it at the end of the next turn too. Like I said, with the bodyguard, we're going to have backup here. And one more. Close this off so we get a little bit more screen real estate. We'll leave it at that. Nope, no end of turn electricity. There's that. I'm gonna block that all day long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I make all of these block? Nope, guess not. Anybody know a way to do that? You can just circle them all and kaboom. Okay. Weird looking board. One card in our opponent's hand. I really respect affinity, so we can make these as fast as we lose them. Feels very comfy being at 42 life too, no lie. Not quite sure what the motive is here. Maybe we're about to see some secret tech that I will be slapping my face. Supreme combo! Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Here they come again. That's why I think Stompy should run Natural State over the card I've always hated, the Gleeful Sabotage, because you tap this once while it's on the stack, zap for 1 green, combo's dead. They get one creature out of it and you're set. A lot more Stompy's alley. So consider that if you're playing Stompy and you don't want to lose to this combo. Alrighty, well, you can block 2 things. I might as well attack with, we'll say 23 of them. This is the first game against Affinity again. Alright. Okay, off we go. Best case scenario, he has electricity. M1 Gurna says this is getting a bit silly. Yeah, I'm not going to even show him the rally. It's got electricity. Okay. So there's our revenge game against Affinity. Usually favored in this matchup, but we weren't last round. 1 up, off to sideboard. Now normally the modus operandi for this goes if they can mess with your combo, a lot of times you take out parts of it or all of it. But in this scenario, we're not going to. But we are going to lose 1 in favor of a 2 spider silk game. A journey, no ring. No, lost Sens last time and I really missed seeing it. So standard bearer. I'm going to lose a guard. So I'm going to keep in two Gonds, 3 guards. We've got our protection suite. Enough blockers. Prismatic for sure. 2 spider silks for inevitable hate that's going to be coming our way. Should we run 3? I don't know. It seems a little too defensive for me. It is game 2 after all. If we see like 3 Clarkhan Shamans and Electricity, of course we'll bring in the next one. So yeah, good to see everybody in the house. If you're not there, please chime in. I'm kind of flying blind here, and unless you chat, I don't know you're there. Yeah, it's a pretty warm day here in Southern California, so I've got the house all dimmed and the fans on and the windows open, so my visage might look a little more of the sinister persuasion, but it's all love. Yeah, look at this hand. Well, I guess we can keep it. Bit slow. Well, we got our life. We got our thing. Early a Tog, we're dead. I mean, we've got a blocker. I'm just going to keep this. This is just good enough to keep, I think. All right. However, it might make more sense against Affinity to drop the garden first if we don't get another land that makes sense to our game plan here. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'd rather have blockers when they start coming at me with 4/4s here than a little bit of life. So we'll go with that plan for now. It's a nice warm evening here, says M1 Gurna. Where are you from, buddy? You might have told me in the past, but there's a lot of you out there, and I forget. Some of these gray hairs on my beard imply a little bit more forgetfulness than usual. Not with this game, though, but with names for sure. Double plant tokens. McMahon. We shall see. We shall hope. Alright. Yeah, this works out alright. We'll go thin our stuff out. Get a basic. We already got our red. We already got our green. We're looking for white, which is why we run it so much. If you're ever going to make a 3-color deck, make sure your 3rd color is not ever really needed until late game or can win without it. Bring in the Sanctuary. Bring back the Garden for another blocker. I think we'll let the Frogmite through. I want to save that to either eat a Blast, eat in the Tog, eat a 4/4. You guys know the drill. Might not even play it next turn. We might want to follow up with Spider Silk. Then the Warden with Prismatic Brat backup. That might be a little bit more of a tempo play. And I think we need... Well, we've got too many lands here. We've already got the Garrison. You know, we've got 4 lands in our hand. We're going to lose a land here. Keep the element of surprise with our rally. I think we will drop... Oh, we got life. I think we're going to drop the Garrison. Whoop, there we go. Homeland of Big Z. Europe and Poland. Nice. Never been. Well, soon, hopefully. Don't have much of a travel bug in me. Kind of content wherever I'm at. Drives the wife crazy. She always wants to go spend money and go everywhere, but I'm happy with staycations myself. But if you are of the religious persuasion, please say a prayer for me with my new attempt at getting in at SpaceX. I would really, really adore working for that company. I mean, look at the beginning of Pauperganda, right? The little cheesy space opera. It's just some wannabe space nut trying to get his 2 cents in. Plus, it's so close to where I live, I could practically walk there. Anyway, back to Magic. Feeling a bit slow here. We got 2 more enforcers staring us down. Very glad we went with the plant route here. Very cool. We like this. We like that. Want to drop a plant, but I also want to find parts of the combo. This will tell me what I want to do. Ugh, bodyguard. Okay. We have Battle Screech out. Next turn we can power that. Not feeling this one, guys. Let's get our life online. Hope for the best. I'm going to take 6. Combo's far from touch, but boy, commune, aren't we glad we did that? This was a completely lost game if we hadn't have done that. We don't have any parts of it yet. Of course, we did take out 3 of them. This is what this is supposed to do. 13 life. That's why I hate these damn robots. Wish they had a color, then prismatic strands would be a little bit better in this one. Ah, that feels good. Not good enough. Drop here. In case he's got any sort of shenanigans in response, I want to drop my bodyguard next. Our journey will pick up a robot, as will our other plant token, and we might be able to stabilize if we draw into something like a Sin's Enlistment, another Battle Screech. A little slow here. What's he got? Alright, in our sideboard we got Battle Screech. That's about it. 1 white away from anything that matters. What's this? Well, that kind of sucks. Well, it's going to die anyway. He's got only blue mana. There's not much else to really consider here. Alright. Yeah, those strongman competitions are pretty fun to watch. Seen those on ESPN a few times. Those guys are beasts. Yeah, I played this new red creation I was mentioning on Facebook, Deluxe Red, whatever. Don't know if it deserves that title. It's was starting to play like Dumbed Down Burn, but boy, it really does have some really good games. But it runs off the engine of the new Archer, the Alchemist, and Kiln Fiend. But you know, it kind of begs the question: why not just shove those into Burn and maybe lose the curse and go from there? I think I'm going to try that pretty soon. Or if you want kind of a brain-dead tourney outing, that's always a good place to go. Burn's a great drinking deck, I'll say that much. But I do have a lot more respect for it lately. I've really kind of studied the cadence of the turn. Instead of just throwing stuff at people as you get it, it's more important than ever now to wait, stack, and kind of have those alpha turns where you know, all of your lightning bolts hit for 5 and with the help of all the other goods. Yeah, I'm noticing that, and it's getting on about 1:30 here. It's like, come on now, up a game. This is game 2. It's not looking good. We gotta draw something. Something. Be nice to draw. Oh, look at that. Hey, we got a little freebie there. Maybe he's having a little bit of hiccups. Play Burn when you're Hydroblasted. Yeah, so you can get more Hydroblasted by Hydroblasts. Maybe he's a little bit on tilt. Looks like he clicked through his attack there. Good for us. Maybe he's got some technical issues. Pretty cool name though, Night Shadow. I would have left it at that, but he threw a J at the end of it. Maybe Night Shadow was taken. I know I've said this before, but it is always funny when somebody has a really long-winded name with all these numbers at the end. It's like Deluxikov 128729. It's like, well, was 128728 taken? Always curious about that. Dun 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 dun. So if you could go back in time and give yourself a different screen name, what would it be? I might choose F6 it. Because about 1 in 100 games somebody go, F6, what does that do? And they might hit it in the game and it might give you a win. I'm after all the easy wins I can get, baby. That's what I'm all about. Alright. I've really stifled this game. We've got just one away from everything. I want to sit back on the strands. I want to cast armor. I say we drop the armor. I'd really like to have strands back up if he's got an answer for this, but it'll still be just a 1-for-1. And get us out of a... Hey, alright, that feels good. We'll drop the sanctuary for the garden, so we've got another 4-life spell in the form of a plant token. Come on, white creatures, something. We've got a nice little alpha strike in our hand if we can pull this off. Man, oh man, this guy is just molasses. Alright, well. A mate of mine is called Daddy Bacon on Moto. Always makes me laugh. I believe I have played Daddy Bacon. That sounds a little too familiar. Every once in a while I'll play somebody, I'm like, I know for sure I've never played that person just because of their name, but if they fall into that gray area of malaise, it's like, oh, alright, I definitely know I played them. Alright, we're going to take 6. Boy, if he drops a Tog, we're in kind of a tight spot if he's got the goods. This is when the card Hollow would be nice. I want to bring that up, Shiraz. Appreciate it. Hollow's a pretty nasty little card. Alright. I've got a token. Shoes, old man. Dang it. That is Evil Supreme against Affinity. I don't want to block with this. Let's see. I can't really do that because the darn green creature, the prismatic trick, doesn't really work if we do the rally trick here. We're going to kind of have to hope that I don't want to attack because I want to be able to flash back prismatic strands if he's got like blast fling in his hand. So good news is we're up 1 game against this guy. How are we down in time against him? It seems like we've been waiting for him the entire match, and oh well. Hopefully everything's still looking and sounding good and Twitch isn't giving us issues, because for the last few weeks I've been hardwired in, so there's no issues on this end. In theory, anyway. I guess I could kill the Frogmite. It's floating red. Trying to shoot us in the head. Make us dead. That's what I said. Terrible rhymes. All the time. I'll drop red here. Boop. None of that for you, sir. Hooah. He took away my play. Son of a gun. Taking 6. Ugh, this does not feel winnable. If any deck's gonna do it, it's this one. What's he got? What's he got? Are we going to game 3 or is it going to be over here? All signs point to you're screwed. Boy, one more white creature, come on! Yeah, anything here, I'm kind of toast. Of course, now I can't even flash that back, can I? Yeah, that sucks. So I'm going to take 6 no matter what next turn. Can't block that. Oh, I'm just dead here. Alright. Well, hold on. Hold on a minute. If I flash this back, I have to, and I can't block. Yeah. What am I thinking? I thought I could maybe block and drop the land and be up by 1, but alright. 1-1 against Affinity. Off to the tiebreaker. Boy, Moto's been slow since the last 2 updates. I don't even think there was one on Wednesday. I don't remember there being much of a hiccup. Alright. I really kind of want that ring in there. Not sure Standard Bear is the best. I'm going to lose a bodyguard. We'll go from there. So, anyway, yeah, I'll be playing on Sunday. Like I said, I really regret not making it last weekend. I was with family doing I just wish the movie was better. Like I was saying earlier, it got really good reviews. I just couldn't stand Dunkirk. It was just this audio mess. From a audio perspective, it just seemed like they just shoved that thing into theaters as fast as they could and tried to ruin everyone's hearing. I sat like this through the entire movie. It was pretty ridiculous. But I will say Don Hardy, the guy that was in don't like this. One white source would be great, but don't got it. Well, again, we like this. Keep this. Kind of go, we'll put this on top. And hopefully he doesn't have it's tough to not go all out, because the way you win this matchup right here is that you go all out and you gain horrific amounts of life and you swing, but without Spider Silk armor backup or prismatic strands, you're still kind of up against it. Yeah, Dunkirk, that was the one. That was just noisy for noisy's sake. It was, like I said, it put me in a bad mood, just the sheer audio levels, and I've heard that from enough people now. I know it wasn't just the theater we were in, which didn't help either. It's like one of the best theaters. It's like brand new and all state of the art, and I practically wear earplugs to the movies anymore. It's ridiculous. All right, starting off with a little bit of red love coming through. This is gonna look weird, but I want to get my graveyard activated quickly so I can get maybe a prismatic strands and such. There's one, and sends. Okay, it's feeling all right. So that I can at least, now I can feel like I can go all out, because if he's got a sweeper, I at least have one answer for it. Opponent looks a little screwed. It's game 3. This is good news for us. We'll play this. Second one, third one, stack up automatically, play another white. Hopefully we draw into a white next. Start getting some crazy amounts. Go from there and pass this turn. 10 years, Shiraz. Wow. That's when this deck sings. Hopefully we can stay out of Electrickery, or especially Clark Can Shaman. Don't want to see that. And if we draw into a land, this is going to be really sweet, because we'll have Midnight Guard, so he can't really attack into us much. Land. Land. Come on, land. Please. Pretty please. Yeah, I hear you there. This is weird. I'm just going to play it like it is. We'll go here and here. I've got some nice backup. I'm just going to keep it at that. We've got Sens and Listman in the yard. Our mana's a little clunky, but we do have access to every color right now. Interesting. I'm going to save it. Okay, I'm a little scared of the combo here. Really want to get the bodyguard out there to protect him a little bit more. I think we would have seen another one if he had it. Alrighty. Let's go. I probably should have done that in opposite order, but Son of a gun. Yeah, it looks like he's got that. Okay, let it go. Well, with the double galvanic, tells us he doesn't really have any sweepers, so a little bit safer than usual to go all out with this. I mean, we can save one of our life dudes. Draw into life, we'll have it. And our mana's correct. We're set all right. Rounding about 40 life right now. So that's kind of a squirmy detail if he wants to attack into us. We draw land, we've got sins. Hopefully we get a maybe another commune online. We can have prismatic in our yard. So right now any creatures kind of help us. Yeah, there are way too many remakes in Hollywood. For a town that thinks it's creative, they're not very creative. I've heard about the Goonies remake, I think since I was about Goonies' age. I was bummed out. My buddies used to go up about every 2 years to the actual place where they shot the Goonies, the house, and they used to let people in and barely charge any money, just, you know, to kind of clean up and stuff. And people started littering and throwing their stuff around so much that the lady that owns it now just closed her doors, and I can't say I blame her. I mean, it'd be kind of maddening every morning you wake up and there's a line of people, and yeah, you can turn it into a business, but at some point, you know, I'm sure you get some yahoos late at night and throwing Troy's bucket on your yard and things like that. So watched Real Genius the other day, says Mike Man 1978, with a first-time watcher. Nice, yeah, that movie still holds up. That's pretty good. I think the last time I saw it in the cinema was Tropic Thunder, less than 10 years ago. Yeah, Tropic Thunder. That's one of those gets a little bit better each time. All right, I gotta watch my time. I only got 8 minutes to beat this guy. Well, there's that. I'll keep this up. Gain some life. At least be able to drop the frog mites here. Yes. Yield. God, I hate that card. Why does it... Every other turn it does it differently. Drives me nuts. 49 against affinity. It's probably got Fling a Tog in hand. We're gaining 4 life every time we drop something, so that's nice. But it's not always going to add up in our favor unless we start getting a little bit more... architecture involved here with our side of the board, and that's not what we wanted to see. Yikes. Well, I'll save this. I sure would have done that first if I were him. Call red. Good news is if we've got he's got 2 cards left in his hand. That hurts. I mean, it would have been really sweet to have prismatic there, but can't have it all. Oh boy. Can you believe it? We might go down 2 games to affinity. If that's the case, I might have to rethink how I'm sideboarding. Well, he's already done one, so we can't really block the frogmite. But at 54, we got a few turns here. Okay. Discard this. Try to buy some turns. One card in our opponent's hand. We are hellbent. Not going to attack into an Atog. Boy, let's see. 2 Galvanic Blast down. I draw the combo. It's tough. I think I might go for it. Well, lands are fine. I'm going to block things all day long. That's what we don't want to see. Him getting up on card advantage. I'll be telling if he keeps a blocker back, because it probably implies he's got Galvanic with the Sprigleaf Drum. Wow, he's just going for it, isn't he? One card in hand. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Unblock here. And I'm going to block here. Make him start eating up. He doesn't have any resources. Of course, he could just sack the Frogmite, I guess. Maybe not the best play, but get him down on resources. He didn't see it. That's weird. A little ballsy blocking with the guard there if he's got removal, but we're at 30 and feeling all right. This is interesting. But we don't have much behind it. Making it for 7, but that's about it. I'd rather keep it for the surprise value there. Be nice if we get sends online. We can at least start trading for stuff, but life's getting a little tight now all of a sudden. Just act like we've got strands and act all cavalier here. Yeah, not too hot. Yeah, he kills both of our dudes this way. Alright, that sucks. Well, this doesn't feel good. At least we got a fling target, right? Yikes. 13 coming our way. I don't think there is any way out of this one now, guys. Oh, no, that just shut the door. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yuck. Pretend like we got something. Which we don't, but I'll put an L there preemptively as we go into... Oh, hey, we survived. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't even know if it's worth it at this point, but we blocked 2 and we're going to take all... Yeah, this is over. So affinity, 2 losses. Like I said, it's not super favorable, but it is favorable, but you wouldn't think it looking at today's results. So anybody else been experiencing this? When you're done, it takes like a good 20-second beat. So now we're just trying to play even here. We won the first round against Delver Red, and then we lost to Affinity, and then we had a close one against Affinity, but yeah. Hey, maybe I need to make room for Hollow. Perhaps. Who knows? But yeah, there's that green enchantment. It's a lot like Commune with the Gods. It costs 2 and a green. I think it gets 2 of something. I've been contemplating running 1 or maybe 2 of those in the place of Standard Bearer now, just because there's so many games where that's what you're really looking for. You're looking for that, to combo off to fill up your graveyard and stuff. And so I think I might be testing that tonight and tomorrow and seeing how it goes. So who knows? I think I'm going to be a wreck tomorrow because if you didn't catch me earlier, I'm going to be going trapeze training for about 2 hours with my youngest. Be about 80 feet in the air with big old nets underneath us. Be a lot of fun, but I will be in the sunlight, which we all know I'm a vampire and I don't do well in sunlight. So got a weird feeling tomorrow I'm going to get home and just fall asleep. The sun takes it out of me in a big way. All right, we like this hand. We will keep. Play Heroic Brew. Who's going to argue? Oh, yeah, the... almost played that today. Like I said, I was really close, and it's just the last minute. I think because I did poorly with this last week, I was like, yeah, darn it, I'm gonna play this and redeem myself. But if I don't turn it around fast here, we're not gonna have much redemption. This deck seems to do great in challenges. I mean, I 5-0'd a few times with this, but it doesn't seem like the tourney grind is its thing. Well, I don't want to walk into a spell stutter. That's always the case here. I'm going to drop this and pass. Hopefully we get a ninja and then I can double warden to a garden and then start playing games with our battle screech. All right. Well, what do we want to have be countered is the question. I want this to be countered. Watch out. Help counter your land drop. That's not all I'll counter. Gotta counter moon cheese babies. Alright. So that goes down. Unless he's got a daze, we'll be a little bit alright here. Out comes the real life gainer. Followed by the token. At least make it worth something before it gets torched, probably by the mountain here. And we'll go like that. Battle Screech in the house. Probably... It's kind of a gamble here. What's more important, the commune at this state or the warden? I would argue warden. So I'll probably drop commune. Hope to grab a counter and see, but I really want him to use some of his mana up because this implies he might have spell stutter and counter spell. That's tough for anybody. No, says Night Man. Good. I like this play. Sorry for the jingle here. Let's see what he's doing. Gotta see what he's drawn. Cast Ponder. This is round 4. We beat Delver Red, which we're facing again here. Hopefully we do the same. And lost to Affinity twice. Did not shuffle. Don't like that. Means he's probably got something good. Alright. Down goes the Warden. Which implies he likes that more. Well, this is good times. I'm more concerned with the Warden getting out, so I'm going to drop Commune first. So if he's got Sprite or Counter, he's going to want to kind of jump on this. Alright, we'll bring that out. I'll do this. I'll say white for this. Hopefully he has... If he's going to counter something, I want it to be this one, not the other Soul Warden. I mean, if he doesn't have counters, this is kind of a tight spot. Because we've got Strands, Prismatic, triple Battle Screech. Going to get out of hand quick. Okay. There's that. 2 cards left. Down comes the other. Of course, another spell stutter, and he's got Battle Screech math, which sucks because we don't have flashbackable creatures out yet. So, what a great game this is. And we're not doing too well today. We're only 1-2, but even so, what a game we all love here. Never seen it more healthy. Every round is a conundrum. Can't decide who's favored. Think my brother's long gone. Are you there still, Semikoff? I haven't heard him chime in quite a while. He's probably out working on his... He's really into Porsches. He builds them from scratch, or doesn't build them, but he takes them and rebuilds them from scratch. Okay. Augur of Bolus in the house. Does he like what he sees? Is he going to share it with me? With us? I would call that a soul hole. Alrighty. Flame Slash. Relevant. Probably going to be eating a Warden next turn, which would be kind of interesting if I hold off. Alright. I'm going to drop the Crag. I like sitting on Prismatic here. So we know he's going to do it. It'll at least maybe... so we're going to have a really fun turn with... well, maybe not so now. Alright, 1 card in hand. We know it's a Flame Slash. Of course, whenever you think of taking Standard Bearer out of this list, you run up against Hexproof round 1. And you're like, son of a bitch! Shaking your fist and all that. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Save that. This is when you almost want him to counter it. It's like, go Hellbent, please. That would be great. Every time I play Prismatic Strands, it always feels like I'm cheating a little bit. It's like even if they have an answer, they have to have 2 answers. It asks for a 2-for-1 just inherently. Pretty awesome. Alright. I'll let it through. I'd rather save the plant for a ninja. Alrighty. Well, he might have, sorry to sound so chauvinistic, might be a she. Might have days, so we'll keep this up. Drop this here. We'll drop these. And we'll do it again. All of a sudden we're back at 20 life, or so it seems. We'll block the spell stutters. It's gotta be patient, not something I'm very good at. It's funny that I made a deck that is patient, but come on, spell stutters, where you going? What you got? Barring electrickery, we're back. Well, we do have prismatic strands hanging out and a bodyguard. 2, 3, 4. I'll come at him with 4. Cool, cool. That's fine. I just want to neuter the power of Spell Stutter Sprite here. Plays a land. Don't suggest that if you're on that side of the board. Sends enlistment, please. No. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really want to get up to about 7 mana here. I've already got plenty of white, red, green. For the sheer psychological value, I think we go with red, just so they cringe a little bit. I think we just run at them with these. Pretty good clock here. If he has slashes, it almost certainly doesn't have any main. Sorry for the sirens, y'all. Those flip, we're going to have to play a little defensively with the birds and flashing back prismatic strands with bodyguard backup. But for right now, it feels like we're in a pretty good spot. Alright, land, we get it. Opponent is hellbent. We are pretending like we have awesome cards and we're just being a patient person, which we all know is a lie. I'm the furthest thing from patient, but if we do get into a swing war here, we still have it. Looks like our opponent's either drawing lands or another delver, another creature. No. Oh, come on, this is ridiculous. Cycle this. Oh, there's 2 more lands in our deck. How much you want to bet we draw one next turn? Sorry, I'm getting a little bitter. Just hate when percentages get to that level of ridiculousness. Oh boy, how fun would Sen's Enlistment be right now? Dun, 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 dun. Are they going to flip? Are they going to flip? Nope, they're not going to flip. Well, at least that's going our way. Looks like he's drawing as bad as we are. Land, land, land. I think we're going to be able to finish this tourney. I was a little afraid with a slower deck like this. Delver red. All right. Well, it's going to ask for a hard counter if I do that. I think I'll do it. Might come down to making the Midnight Guard pro blue and attacking with prismatic strands in the yard. 3/3/3. If he's got the backup there, I think I'm going to protect think I'm going to protect that. Make it pro blue. Keep our offense offensive. They dread the combo. So we fake like we got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to have I play that. Now I'm done with my lands. I want to be able to play Prismatic and Sins, or a 3-drop. Have the threat of the combo followed up by Sins if we draw it. We're bound to soon. Alright, Lightning Bolts in the house. Prismatic in the yard. Don't think our opponent's going to do much attacking here. Yeah, come on, come on. Can you believe that? I think there's 2 more lands in our deck, and we drew the one. Out of 34, 2 out of 34, we drew one of them. I attack with everything. He blocks 2, goes to 1. Best to wait. He's got a Lightning Bolt in hand. All right. I like letting that go just because it implies that I've got the combo in hand. I'm just waiting on counterspell magic. That's what I'm thinking, Shiraz. Got him in a bit of a tight spot, but this ain't over. I mean, he can swing this back, but Prismatic Share makes it feel a little lopsided. 2 cards in hand. Thank God. It's about time you showed up, you bastard. Alright. So we'll go like this. This should shut the door here. Even if he counters it, we just bring it back. So I think we should just bring it right back again. I know I wasn't going to play another land, but since he didn't counter it, I want to shut the door next turn. Go like this. Now we're playing with gas. Is that even a phrase? Playing with fire. I guess playing with gas comes before when you start playing with fire. He's got a preordain. Not making this easy. Of course, he has to block every one of those, so all I have to do is attack with everything. And definitely a tight spot here. Bottom, that bodes well. If he has a last second sprite. Cooking with gas, says Lost Nation JC. Thank you for chiming in, sir. Alright, so we beat Delver Red, which is kind of how it usually goes. Always takes a while, though. But hey, I said that about affinity, and look where it got me. Cooking with gas, that's right. So, I'm going to try the complete switcheroo again. Don't always recommend doing this, but it's pretty cool for the most part. We're bringing all 3 Spider Silks, all 4 Pyroblasts, and 4 Scatter Shot, or 3 Scatter Shots, excuse me. Brings us to 1. Lose the Bearer. We've got Protection. We've got Counter to Counter. We've got Inevitability, Life Gain. It's pretty mean. And then we've also got the nice, if you're ever going to leave in one thing, you know, leave in 1 Midnight Guard, so they just sit there and, you know, you keep the 3 access green open, and it's like, you know, you make them think, oh, I gotta hold off on the counter spell. I'll let that Battle Screech through. I'll let that Scatter Shot through. 10 anti-Dover cards. Yep, you know me well, my friend. That's what it takes. It's a damn good deck. You could count Battle Screech, Sens Enlistment, Prisma. I mean, there's a lot of anti-Delver in this. Soul Warden and Attendant. About the only thing there really isn't. Maybe Rally and Bodyguard. You could argue pretty much everything else is, but I just love Sens Enlistment. And what about that new artwork on Kombaji Witches? Have you guys seen that? If you haven't, check out my Facebook page. There's some new art. I thought it was a hoax at first, but found out it wasn't. And they're going to be giving those away, I think, in these new little bonus packs for people that play. Pretty cool. Yeah, I love transformative sideboards. We like this. It's a bit slow, but we've got every access to the colors. If he trips up and gets greedy, we can sneak this out and then start. We'll see. I could see this going south real fast too if he's got a real quick draw. We don't really have much interactivity, but 3 hate cards. I'm gonna keep it, and we're on the draw. Who knows? Yeah, I think it is in Wangurna. It's I believe it's only online. All right. I'm just going to get this out of the way. Go grab our green. As much as we've been drawing lands, thin it out as much as possible. Go from here. Our lands are fine. I don't know if you guys remember, I think way back when I first started Pauperganda, I was talking about cards, which is about our birthday. I don't know, Shiraz, can you look around and see when our first posting was of the Twitch feed? I think it was in August. Maybe this is our birthday today and we don't even know it. We should be winning more if that's the case. But I used to think, like, what would I do if I could create a card? What would I make it? And boy, I tell you what, it would be a card that's like some elf gardener or something. When it comes into play, you may choose to remove any number of lands from your deck. I would love to do that. Just exile them. No graveyard shenanigans. Just get rid of them. All right. So question here is Garrison or Crag. I'm gonna go Crag. Got Pyroblast backup. Might be nice. Hopefully our opponent's a little stuck on mana here. I will blast a ninja if one comes online, but yeah, it's funny how finicky I am with art. I look at Kombaji Witches, it's a great card, but in my mind, I have to admit, I think it's a little bit better when it looks better. Like, I look at it and go, oh man, yeah, that would go good in, and it's like, I wasn't thinking that before I had cool artwork. I was just, it was definitely in my brain as far as an option there, but it's just weird how you get so biased that way with stuff. At least I do. And then sometimes you just get lulled into a Pavlovian response to some of the card art, like Pyroblast. I played with the new one, and I would misplay because I didn't remember. I don't realize when I was teaching my brother Semikov last week how to play, didn't realize how often I don't really read the cards. It's just a visual cue, and I'm sure a lot of you are that way too. But it's neat when you kind of see it come through like that. You're like, oh man. So I'm gonna sneak this through while we got it. That was exactly the opening we were hoping for. Now everything's online and relevant, unless he's got days, which he might. But this land, this is the sound of a door shutting. You can still go out the window and onto the roof. Yeah, that new art is just beautiful. It's so pertinent to like what the witches do too. It's great. Yeah, I like them so much. I'd probably, if I played paper more often, I would print up a new set just on a printer and put them on top of the Kombaji Witches and just show the tournament organizer, hey, look, I've got the originals underneath inside the sleeve, but I like looking at this artwork, so sue me. Okay. Here's the deal. I'm not too counter happy here. I mean, I know he's probably on a counter spell. How big of a deal is that with Sen's Enlistment? I'd rather him just counter it. If he doesn't, it's just kind of game over. If he does, we'll play it again next turn. And then the next turn. And then the next turn. Cool. Fine with me, sir. We will save it for Battle Screech that we want to have go through. Taking 2 a turn, definitely more easier on the life total than Affinity's 12 a turn. Plant tokens help, but all right. So now looks like we can. We'll drop enlistment here. I believe. How cool would it be if Pyroblast could blow up islands too? Yeah, that would be so sweet. They should make it to where just Pyroblast does that and Hydroblast doesn't. Because there's so much blue out there. It's getting a little ridiculous. Okay. Well, opponent's got to ditch 2 cards. He's preordaining. I think we got this one in the bag, guys. I think it's going to go like the first game did. Again, you know, I designed this deck to beat these decks, and it does. And it usually does beat Affinity and Stompy. But you can, you know, there's a reason those decks are those decks. I mean, has it never lost to this deck? Of course not. It's lost to this deck before. Every deck has bad draws and such, but it's pretty few and far between. All right. Well, I'm going to go like this. What am I thinking? I'm going to drop the Garrison. I'm going to get rid of a basic plane here. We'll kill this. Drop this. Next turn we've got Counterspell backup. We're able to kill stuff. Kind of should be kind of game over. He's still 3 mana away if he does have that big wipeout spell for the ground critters, but if he's casting that, we've already won. Frustrating spot when you run into this much hate. This is what every deck feels like. I'm talking about Delver Red when you're playing Infect. It's like, seems like every other matchup you're like, come on, is your whole deck just designed around killing my stuff? And in Infect's case, yes it is, but it really feels like that. And when Gurna says that's exactly the issue I have with evocations, I can quickly assess the situation because visual memory doesn't kick in. Indeed. And the game is stalled. Alright, here we are. Oh, another Spider Silk. Yeah, I like that. Might be a little bit too much kick in the crotch play there. We don't really need that, do we? Let's do this while we got it. Getting ahead of myself. Bit greedy. I'll play this. Hello. Come on now. There's our friends. Play this. Alright, mana looks beauty. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd like one more, but we're going to favor it for Sen's Enlistment. Might be fun to blow up Bolus here and start attacking, but you know, there could be things like double Electrickery and such, so we'll drop the other Spider Silk when it's a little bit more. You can't kick Delver players in the crotch enough. Turn them feet loose. Yeah. Oh my gosh, did you guys see that UFC fight? Good grief. That was brutal. Felt so bad for Daniel Cormier. That was and being an avid listener to Joe Rogan's podcast about him not interviewing knocked out fighters or concussed fighters, I should say. That was just so much drama. We had about 2 or 3 people over to the house that weren't too big of fight fans, and they became it after that. They were just like, "Wow, that's thrilling." That was brutal. All right. Well, am I walking to a Sprite? I think we should because we've got backup. Let's get the life package going on board. Come on out, Sprite. Let me counter you. Might have been funner to drop Spider Silk there to get the greedy Spellstutter's play there. I don't see much. This is kind of like us last game where, you know, you're up against Affinity and it's like, good God, can you really wiggle out of this? I don't know. Is that a thing? Spider Silk? Sweetly. How much is that card now? It's pretty crazy. I need coffee, says McMahon. Yes, indeed. We're just going to start marching over. Keep our dudes back. Next turn. Got Commune. Turn that online. Alright. Glad he targeted a bird token other than the warden. Must be a little shell-shocked when you see Pyroblast in a deck this colorful. It's like, good grief, what else has he got there? Attack of the giant bald birds. Are they bald? Are they like me? Oh yeah, bald eagle. I get it. Maybe I need more coffee. These guys are pretty trippy. Man, that would be pretty wicked. Somebody takes off their sunglasses and they just got these jet blue eyes. You're like, damn. What's that all about? I don't understand why this guy's going crazy over these bird tokens. There's this thing called Reach. He's probably got the you-know-what spell. Alright, so I like this scenario because hopefully he counters this so we can sneak in our archer. I want to keep prismatic strands up. So it looks like he's got that swirling sandstorm math going on. That's the only reason I can tell he's probably picking apart the birds. In that case, I might not pay to play the archer, but I will anyway because we've got a double counter spell. So if you got sandstorm and what else can, and we got prismatic going in the yard on top of that. What an insult. All right. Rally's in the house. Practically go for the win next turn. I'll drop this. Counter. Okay. Let's go here. I think I'll probably rally. What's the expansion symbol on the bird tokens? That's Judgment, if I'm not mistaken. That was one of my favorite. Not that set of cards, but the Odyssey block. Really, really like that. A lot of those cards feel really good. Alright, next turn I think we're going to go crazy with... see, I think he thinks we've got one prismatic strand. So hopefully this will buy a counter and a few other moves. What's he got? Oh, that doesn't help situation. That's why this deck does really good in the challenges, because this matchup, you face it a lot. Tokens always has a really good game against just Delver mechanics, and then you add in the utility of it, and the switcheroo sideboard, and then as long as you hit your mana, which it's designed to do, it's pretty few and far between you lose these matchups. But aggro decks like Stompy and Affinity, if you have a slow start, as with anything, they can make you really pay for it. So why do they have a new border? That's weird. I mean, new frame. It's probably some marketing PR reasoning behind that. Alright, well, come on back, Sens. Did you miss me? If I attack with everything. Attack with everything. Let's slow roll this a little bit longer. I don't know if I like that play. If he can counter that. No, I don't like that play. I'll cancel that. However, if I rally now, before I even attack, see if he wants to counter it. Alright. 3, 6, 9, 12. Keep that back for the strands. Battle Screech reprinted, so Moto probably uses new tokens by default, even if he casts the old bordered card. I'll have to see that happen. I think I'm too busy casting it and looking at stuff to see what you guys are referencing, but maybe I'll watch it on the replay later tonight and see what the deal is. 2, 4. Well, I like that. Okay. Sure, well, I don't know if I do this. Hey, why can't I do this? Darn it. Now, is it worth... I don't think it's worth even casting that. I'm just going to let 2 dudes die. Hit for 6. I'm fine with that. Onus is on him. I like Trickery. That's weird. And I could just cast protection from blue here. I think I'll do that now. We'll say blue. Let Electrickery go through. That's fine with me. Wish I could have swapped that around. Sometimes I think I wait too long and something goes down. Got 11 minutes to his 9. We're winning there. We're up a game. Feels like we've got this one in the bag. Be just like a Delver player though to flip over and attack for 3 in this board state, but there it is. I'll see if this works. I mean, he's going to dust his own team if he does that, so I'm not. Okay. There's another prismatic in the yard too, but win-win. Guys, I'm not going to be long this break. We got one more round after this, but I am going to roll a commercial because I've had a little bit too much coffee and I need to use the restroom in the facilities. So I recommend you do the same. Get up, shake your legs, all that good stuff. I'll see you back here for a match, the tiebreaker. Hopefully we can go 3-2, which is usually the case with this deck. Anyway, be back in a few.
Hey, Reggie. Speaking of transitions, did you know the new summer movies are coming out?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah. And you know what's even better is I'm finally in one this year.
Oh, wow. You know, I usually don't like those big blockbusters, but if you're in one, I'll go see it.
The new trailer for it just came out today. Let's take a look.
Everything was going great for Ned Eastman. The perfect wife.
You're the perfect wife.
The perfect job.
Gosh, I have the perfect job.
But he had one dark secret.
I never ever want to see another physician, ever.
Your only hope is to ingest one specific fruit every 24 hours. Or I can guarantee I will be seeing you.
No! Coming this summer.
You can't keep me away! You can't keep me away!
An apple a day.
Looks pretty great, right?
I don't know, Scott. I mean, it seems like the writers had a title first and then worked backwards from there.
I don't know what you're talking about, Reggie. I mean, it's a great title, great plot, interesting character, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to disagree. But what we can both agree on is that this next movie I'm in is going to be pretty awesome.
After not having made playoffs in over 50 years, the Wilson High School Devils fought their way to the championship game when their star player was injured.
Now, Jimmy here, he gave his all in the first half. And we are going to honor his sacrifice. To Jimmy!
They might not have had vision.
No, actually, Jimmy, you already... Okay, if you need to do that one too.
But they had a lot of heart. There's no I in team.
I love that one even more.
Oh my gosh, I bet you there's even a third one.
Is there ever?
Hey, you! You know what that bright star is?
Polaris.
So you'd think that today of all days, you'd know not to lean against my wall!
Don't lean on an old crone's wall under the light of the Northern Star.
The Marilagia. If you are going to drink like a wizard, then you must release the beast.
Marit Lager. Crack the ice and release your beast. Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.
Worm would like to remind you to drink responsibly.
You got it all planned out. Tonight is gonna be perfect. Until she gets a whiff of your bad breath.
Yuck!
Now, fix bad breath fast with Galvanic Blast. Our breath mints use only the rarest scent crystals unearthed from certified Mirrodin mines. Don't trust those other mints, they'll leave you hydro-blasted. For flavor that will last, choose Galvanic Blast, dealing damage to bad breath longer than any mint legal on the Tin Street market. For long-lasting flavor that is unsurpassed, choose Galvanic Blast breath mints. Feel the blast!
Available at Moros's Market. And we're back. I was going to kill it after the trailers. I cut off Reggie Watts there a little too soon, but I really like those trailers. Again, it's Comedy Bang Bang's kind of therapy for people in the biz, the movie biz, and cutting trailers and stuff. You get so many of those old tropes and just, I don't know, just tired ideas. Well, we were just bitching about that, you know, creativity of a lot of the movies out there and stuff. And so it's those guys are very therapeutic to listen to because they poke fun at the industry, just right back at them and stuff. So I just love how ridiculous that last trailer is. They don't lean against an old crone's wall in the light of the northern star. She comes back and does that little demon bark at him. Pretty cool stuff. Anyway, last round coming up. We have beat the Delver Red twice, and we've lost to Affinity twice. So kind of a weird day. Hopefully we don't face either of those and we have something new. We'll see. And thank you for that, Screw Up Moto. Appreciate your software always messing up. Don't like this. Yep, gotta mulligan that. Alright, we like this. 4 lands. Go fetch everything and go get some goods there. So we will keep this. Hope for the best. Here we go. What are we gonna see? Do I want to really see that? Nah, I'll throw that on the bottom. I'd rather go get some aggro going here. Shaw says, have you ever seen the Reggie Watts TED Talks? No, I have not. Oh, no. If this is what I think it is, we are not in a good spot. Elves can be rough. And I don't know of any deck that runs Mystic other than Green Land Destruction. Yep, we're up against it here already. Fast and early. Well, let's see who can hit their stuff faster. Bring out encampment. We'll tap it for white with the lady. I should have done that in opposite order, given that how much clicking there's going to be in this battle. But I've had elves quit at this stage because they don't see any way out of this. But there's plenty of ways out. This is for sure. Especially if they get their well-wisher online, it's kind of over because we don't really have any answers for that outside of our little alpha strike. Yeah, I'm gonna drop this. Well, actually, I'm not gonna be doing any attacking, so I'm gonna go grab hopefully part of our combo. That's pretty much our. Well, look at that. Yeah, which one's more important, elf tokens or the guard? The guard will let us block more. Yeah, I think we're gonna take the guard. We'll cycle this for a white. At least the guard will keep 1/1s from attacking us. I'll have to check that out. Shiraz, send me a private message, either Facebook or email, about that Reggie Watts. I'd like to. That's one of those things I'll forget, especially if it's replayable worthy. Those guys have so much good stuff. Kids in the Hall's got some good stuff. There's 1 or 2 skits I might steal from Dana Carvey way back in I think in the late 80s or early 90s. He had a show. He had a few skits on there that were just really, really awesome, but for the most part, kind of a one-trick pony. Thank you for that, sir. I'd appreciate it. Are these automatic? All right. So we don't want him to get any L's, but I think it's about time to F6 ourselves here. Especially if he gets access to blue. Yikes, this is when we do want Standard Bearer. It really turns off the Timberwatch elf, which isn't going to need much help killing us if Quarian Ranger doesn't show up. The number of elves here is another reason why I opted for Midnight Guard over the GOND combo, because GOND makes elf tokens. So yikes, double Timberwatch. This might be real quick. Elves. Oh, come on. Stack abilities automatically. Now watch. You'd think that it would just work, but I think it's going to still ask us to click on it. That's one thing. I'm going to go crazy if they ever fix this kind of software and it does what it's supposed to do or what you tell it with regards to that, because you're just going to be able to build timeout decks. All right, what's going on here? Let's click on. Oh, all right, see, waiting on me. Yes, I said stack automatically. See this? Stack automatically. Don't work much, does it? Come on, Standard Bear. Go get you some. All right. Well, yeah, without access to that. 2, 4, 6. We can still survive. I'm going to get this out just so we can play to our outs. If we do draw the combo, we're good. If not, what are you going to do? Play this for a blocker and pass the turn. Yeah, I cannot believe it, Jen Stukov, you're right. I can't believe that's still a bug, and so is, what is it? Spinning Darkness. It's like, man, the nefarious side of me wants people to just play that like crazy and just be so funny if like 50 people went into the tournament and they all wanted a refund because they all found out about deck numbers, whatever, and they went and played it and they all got bugs and they got the screenshot to prove it and give us our money back. It'd be like, maybe that would kick them in the crotch enough financially that they would actually go and fix it, because it's like, come on, what, 4 years you've known this is a bug and still, that's craziness. Obulete. Not sure if I'm saying that right. Probably I'm not. I tend to butcher language. It's one thing, I'm not much into nationalism and things like that, but there's one thing I am very glad that I'm American for, is that the majority of the world speaks my language, because it's one thing I'm very bad at is languages. Maybe if I was raised a bit different or learned it really early on, but boy, they don't come natural to me. So I respect all other cultures a lot more than my own, just because you guys are raised talking 2 or 3, 4 sometimes. It's craziness. Very impressive. Can you explain that a little bit more, Jen Stukov? I used to know that by heart, and I haven't seen it in long enough time. I'm a little like foggy on the idea there. All right, so we're going to block a biggest one here. Boop. And hopefully we live. Destroying Obelisk cause soft lock for both players. Does it just time people out? Whoever is ahead on time wins, or how's that work? All right, 13 already. Look at that. Hey, better lucky than good. This is, talk about playing your outs. You might have vines here, but we are making tokens of the elven persuasion, so let's not forget that. I'm going to wait till the end of his turn there. I'm going to have to make these cards pretty small for this matchup. I apologize, because this is going to get crazy pretty fast. Hopefully, I really want him to drop that Well-Wisher. This could be a timeout match. We're going to have to go so far up on life to negate the Timberwatch move here. And he's hell-bent, so that's on our side. For every... Oh, good. Look at that move. Wow. That was a big, big, big mistake. He's at 37 and we can kill him. If he had waited... I could go crazy here. Thank you for that, Jen Stukov. I'm going to try to zone out here, and hopefully I can... I think he sees his error here. He's hellbent. 2 Timberwatch. We're at 21. And gain technically infinite amounts of life. Really wish we had Prismatic in the yard, but... Stack automatically. Good grief. This is when this deck can lose like this. Going to be boring if you want to go get a I don't think he's going to quit. We've got to make enough so that the Timberwatch doesn't really hurt us in retrospect, but you know, technically I should block I shouldn't make too many. I should block and then do it at the end of turn. I think that's the right play. There's 8. How many is this? I'll go up to like 15, and we are gaining double the life for the tokens here. Come on. What does stack abilities automatically mean if it doesn't mean this? It's like getting arthritis here. This is ridiculous. Stack abilities automatically for the 9th time. Let's go. It's when I want a refund. Even if I win, it's like, this is ridiculous, people. Alright, well, I'm going to stop here. And I will block. Let's see how much we can block here. We'll block double here. We'll block there, 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 there. I mean, if nothing has trample, so if we block everything, we don't even really have to worry about the life thing. And then block there. And then block there. 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 Boy, I just happen to count perfectly right. Sometimes you play this game a little too much. Boop. Yep, Real Nasty said it all. Thank you for chiming in. I haven't seen you here before, but thank you for joining us, and especially for chiming in. Good times. So let's see, nothing sneaking through. Boop. Damage. Alright. I'd like to see you block this. I'm just gonna attack him at the end of the turn. I don't know what his play is other than just wearing out our clock maybe, which is a very relevant thing in this matchup, especially when the stack is doing this to me. Not a fun thing. So he's got, let's see, he's hell-bent. Doesn't have any cards in hand. He's got 5 blockers. 37 life. This might take a while, but we'll get there. Sure glad I have to click 3 times for every token. That's fun. The inevitability will kick in. About a minute away here, guys. Sorry for the slow. And you know, it's easy to go like, oh, what a jerk, but you know, he's playing to his outs. You gotta do this. Move this over a little bit. Oop. Like I was saying, if you understand, really study. If you like elves and you like GOND, study that mistake there, because I've made plenty of them myself. But had he kept that back, this would have been a lot more time off our clock. We probably would have won with like 9 minutes left to go into games 2 and 3. That Well-Wisher was a really big mistake. So yeah, he gained like 17 life as opposed to about 96, and being an end of turn thing and being able to go for broke. So now we've got 28 on the attack. I'm just going to wait till it's silly obvious here. Sorry, it's a little bit boring TV here. Sound like an old timer calling it TV, but you know what I mean, Twitch, broadcast, whatever the hell you want to say. I wish I could just force a Wizards employee like Saw style, put him in an uncomfortable chair and force him to watch, like, see how this doesn't trigger as it says it's supposed to? Fix it, damn it! And then have somebody like cast Spinning Darkness right now. See how that doesn't work? Fix it! Followed by Obulete. Fix it! What the hell's wrong with you people? I mean, if they knew about that for 3 months, that's sad. A week is sad. That's just not how you run a business. But my goodness, they've known about it for just how long now? It's pretty crazy. Let's see. I attack for I'll make enough to make it idiot proof here. I'll get to 45 and then I'll attack. I don't know why. It's just a quirk, I guess. Alright. Yeah. Boop. Boop. Dun 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 dun. Hiya! Let's see. 3 minutes later, Kiscom's in the house. I will always remember when I played the act of treason against GOND and the guy rage quit. Oh, nice one. Alright, well, there's a lot of things we need here. Not that. Journey in Oblivion Ring is going to pay a lot of dividends here. Sometimes they do play Electrickery. I'm not sure if that's really worth our time. I mean, if they have that, that's cool. I'll bring in 1 armor. I'll lose Ascends. I gotta lose 3 other cards. We really like Standard Bearer because it turns off Timber Watch. Journey Ring is going to be more for the well-wishers, if anything. Prismatic's going to keep us in it. We'll probably lose 3 bodyguards. And hope for the best. Not a matchup I want to see just because it's nerve-wracking and it's just so time-intensive. And when I'm streaming, I like facing burn. It's like boom, 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 next, roll commercial, bam. Good stuff. But yeah, elves meet elves. That's right. Technically, if you at end of turn gonded creature the player with more time on the clock. Oops. Alright. Green. Nothing much else. Part of our combo, but no way to dig for it. Gonna mulligan this. Alright, we got the combo. This is nice. I mean, if he's got vines, he's got us, but otherwise, oh yeah, we like that against this matchup. That's good times. Technically, says M1 Gurna, if you at end of turn gonded creature, the player with more time on the clock wins. I would agree with that. Yeah, in this scenario, if we don't draw another land, make sure you play the tap land first. You get crazy, silly quick. Okay, well, he's going to keep us honest. This isn't over by a long shot. This is going to help us go a long way. But don't play this. Play this. We need a few turns here. Thankfully, his strategy plays into ours and will probably keep us alive long enough. But I hope he doesn't make us blow out everything again. That's not good. Okay. Taking quite a bit of damage next turn. That's not good. Hopefully, we don't want him to learn his lesson. Boom, boom, boom. Guard. Turn, boom, pow. Let's see. What does Act of Treason do? Can you bring that up in the Shiraz? Be much appreciated. Stack abilities automatic. This is going to be close. He's got the life. If he doesn't screw up, I think he's got this one. Outside of a Journey snabbing the Well-Wisher. But, you know, we don't have enough life out there to really make that much of a difference. Tempted here. Block the query. Ooh. Very tempted here. This is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I want to block the Well-Wisher with the Soul Warden. At least it's going to take some of the damage off. Gain control of target creature until and tap that creature. Gain taste. Oh, nice. That's some great tech. I think if I played red more, I'd come up with it, but I didn't think of that. There's 7. And he's probably going to save the Well-Wisher, right? No. Oh, that's why. Duh. Why didn't I see that? I'm a dumbass. Can't do math much. I deserve that loss. Well, we both made a mistake. I'm sitting there playing for the end with the well-wisher, but exactly enough to kill us. Darn it. All right. Down to the tiebreaker. If we go 3-2 or not. This deck's a much better than a 3-2 deck. Don't let it fool you. Just had some kind of clunky games against Affinity, but that'll happen. See if we keep it as is. Not much else I want in here. Against Stukov, was it you that I was playing against the red like Sparta deck? It's like 4 or 5 nights ago. Can't quite remember if that ringing a bell or not. Everybody's name sounds alike after a while. Yes, we would like to go first. Okay, you got commune. Yeah, kind of clunky, isn't it? But it's keepable. And double commune, we can go find standard bearer. Believe it or not, this man is okay. We'll keep this. All your bases are belong to me, says Mike Man. I remember seeing that on a box somewhere. Where was that? Cycle this for white. Play a bunch of life creatures next turn. The only problem I have with elves right about now is there's just so much red X out there. Or I should say X red. Like the main color is like usually blue and then red. And if the person knows elves well enough, which most people do, they're able to pick off the problem cards. And then you're just kind of stuck with some 1/1s that are really kind of screaming for a purpose. Let's get this out. We will commune next turn. Play white. Tap this, bring this, set this up, hopefully once, and we don't have to keep doing it. Stack abilities, here we are, and good to go. It's a screwed up bit of the dialogue from an old video game. Alright, now is when we really want to just top deck standard bearer. No. Okay. Well, we will go green here, go from here, say this. Well, there's part of the puzzle. Chew up a bunch of lands in the meantime. This is going to be tight. Boy, how glad are we didn't draw all of that, though. I mean, we need 1 or 2 more lands, but not 4 in a row. Hey, maybe I bring in the tree folk. Might help the mana base out, too. I think that's 2 and a green, isn't it? There are no instant active trees and effects that coming, right? I don't... wait a minute. I think there is one. But I think it costs 4. Anybody want to do some research on that? Yeah, Ray of Command. I think there's one in red, too. Nice one, Shiraz. God, I wish I had some convoke mechanic here. Just make him pay for attacking there. Oh, well. Come on. Land of some sort. Well, this is getting depressing. The Warden's not going to get us much. And in challenges, this is how this deck loses. Just kind of to itself. Find the combo, find the combo. There's the combo. And we got a journey. Yeah, boy, this is tough. Yeah, I don't know. God, I want both of those. If we grab Journey, we can play it. We can snap a Timberwatch, but he might have one right behind it. He's got 5 cards in hand. It's probably a well-wish. So I think I should argue that we play to our outs. And our outs is that he doesn't have well-wisher. We're able to stay alive long enough to make presence of GOND. What do you guys vote? We've got 10 minutes to win game 3 here. We're going to have Rallying Sends in the yard. Now, if we don't draw a land next turn, I'm going to feel like a fool because Journey will lead us up. But all right, I'm going to grab the presence. We have it. Now we just need a ton of prismatic strands and lands and hope for the best. Ooh, stealing Olamog Crushers. That's pretty nasty, Shiraz. This is like perfect. I gotta go in about a half hour and I've got about that much time to play. Time this right. I'll be online all night tonight, guys. Kind of vegging out. And yes, I will have my usual Friday evening Richardson port going. So I might not be playing optimally. Not to say that I am right now either. Always tough to narrate and do this stuff at the same time, but try my best. Not a fan of that card. Not saying it's bad. Just don't think it has a spot in Elves. It's a selfish card. Elves is about community. Grab the Reins would be sweet at common. Yeah, I was thinking there was one like that, but I'm probably remembering incorrectly. This is a tight spot. This is when you almost need to cast Strands first, then guard. And there goes all our life. Hopefully we don't have Aquarian Ranger followed behind this. Whew. Yowza. Boy, this is tough. Okay. Play this. If I play the guard, I can go ape next turn. But I might be dead. I've got 3 cards. Let's assume they're all elves. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 5, 9, 10. That's back for that. Regardless, I have to play this. Now, if I play Strands... buys me a turn. Of course, he could drop Well-Wisher then. Then we'd be really screwed. But if I do play Strands next turn, it buys us a turn. Then we drop the thing. Then we've got that. Then we've got our combo. As opposed to drop our Midnight Guard now. Does he kill us? I think he can. Plus, we've got the added benefit. We could probably drop Warden after that and roll from there. He can do 20 max if he's got 3 elves, including Ranger in hand. Are you adding up the Vanguard, my friend? Plus that would, yeah, you're right, that would add, so I think the play here, given that we have life creatures out, ooh, but boy, if one of them's Aquarian Ranger, how likely is that, right? Yeah, if he's got Aquarian Ranger too, oh boy, alright, we might be able to take something out here. I'm going to play a little conservative. This might come back to bite me in the butt, but I'm gonna play the protective route of prismatic strands here. Please show me Aquarian Ranger and make me feel like a genius. Yeah, I ran into trouble running elves with the new Timberwatch art because I'm so used to seeing this one. I like I was talking about an hour ago about just cards that you just assume are something else, and or this. That's a oh, okay. Huntmaster's out. All right. Gain in life. Yeah, very glad. Okay, thank you, Aquarian Ranger. You make me feel smart. Do not want to attack into that. Okay. Prismatic represents the 2 turns we might need to go Nova if he took out Well-Wishers, which we sure hope he did, because that's about our only in. And it's gonna be a tight time on, or it's gonna be tight on the time here. And I bring these back down to smaller size. Oh boy. Oh, we don't like that. Alright. Not to be cute, I'm going to pull this off here, call green. That's the turn. At 30. Well, that's cool. Except that it dies to the bow pretty easily. This is rough. I don't really have a choice here. I've got to drop GOND. At least this makes for good entertainment. Come on, just have lands. There's one of them. Late to the party, says Ken Waku. Did you mention Wedge's Manosaurus Inside Out Tribe deck? Yeah, I did. I think at the very top of the show. I jumped on that. A little late to the party, but better late than never. Bit different list. Similar to what I was running a few weeks back, but not sure if it's worth. We just call protection from green here, flash it back immediately. You know what I'm saying? With here they come. Can we survive this as it is? That would be pretty sweet if we could. He's attacking with that. What a weird play. Oh, okay, so he's got that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Am I missing something? I'll let this through if I have to. He's doing a damage to that. I'll say green. Gonna watch my time. Might be a mistake here. I'm not quite sure he's got, but just my time's so low right now. I'm like, ugh, has he got it or not? Okay. There's that. At least we're not going to be taking too much here. It might have been a mistake there. I'll say green. At least I can kill the Timber Watch this way. Or should I kill the Aquarian Ranger? Hello? Negard block. This one. What's going on here? You guys seeing this? Let's print screen here. Block this. Somebody type something really quick because I don't want to lose this to time. It's not letting me block. I didn't pass my stage here. Or did I? Nope. That was that there was a bug. Not that I needed one right there. Well, I'll go here with this. Say green on this. It's gonna be tough. I think I gotta go crazy on this right now. Oh yeah, that's a nice play. It's gonna make enough to play it. Oh boy, that darn Vanguard's gonna get gigantic, isn't it? Stack abilities automatically. If I can survive, I can drop a Soul Warden and then Standard Bearer next turn. At least turn some stuff off, but without any sort of haste, we're kind of up against it here. That, I had my stop set. That was some jackassery there. That's kind of upsetting because Timber Watch would be out of the question and the game would be pretty much dead. There are just so many moving parts to this deck. I think a lot of times no tramples. This is why I prefer the Essence Warden builds. Not just this matchup, but there's quite a few others where that becomes relevant. Let's not forget we have Rally of the Peasants in the yard, which we can cast. Okay. I'll have to watch the replay on that. I'm pretty sure I didn't jack that up though. I think we have this unless I screw up. He passes. Okay, well, time to go crazy. I think we got this. Unless he's running, he's got 2 cards in hand. He can untap a elf, maybe for a fog. So that would imply that I should probably play the standard bearer so that if he's being lazy he doesn't remember to untap that. He's only at 20, so we gotta remember that. I'll have to just watch that again. I'm kind of glad I don't have life critters out right now. It makes for clicking a little bit easier here. Sorry, I like to be overkill when I've got minutes left. Once he has some like gain a life for every elf on the board. Am I forgetting anything? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 50 I can swing for. Okay. I'll go like this. I'll cast this. Quirion is shut off. Yeah, might have wanted to rally there, but this is a sure thing here. So says I. I can't think of much else other than a fog here. Attack! Roar! Yeah, I wanted to hear the uber overkill, lol. That's sure I was on. I think we got this. A 1/1 blocking a 59/59. That's pretty cool. You don't see that every day. Boom! So we take down hills. Probably should have 2-0'd it, but a little oversight, and that got us at a perfect amount of ice. So we go 3-2 with GOND. Again, this deck usually goes 4-1 or better. But hey, that was all 5 rounds to make up for last week. Real quickly, I will go over the thing I was calling Deluxe Red for a while. I can't remember who it was, and if you chimed in earlier, Jen Stukoff, if it was you, I apologize. I had it written down somewhere, and I threw it out with some of the other notes. This runs 21 lands. I have all 4 Fire Blasts. It runs off of the... this is what I'm just tweaking this week. It runs all 4 Archers, 4 Fiends, 4 Alchemists. And unlike the decks that go blue, the only blue card we run is the free probe. And other than that, it's more of a burn deck with Chain Lightning, Crimson Wisp, Expedite, and 2 Flame Jab main to warrant the... We don't want to get mana screw. We don't want to get flooded. Flame Jab is just an all-star. I'm really tempted to even go up to 3 because it just turns on these guys, the 3 Brothers of Fire, 4 Lightning Bolts, and 3 Renegade Tactics. Renegade Tactics is pretty cool, but sorcery speed leaves a little bit wandering. But every one of these things is draws a card. And optimally, what you want to do is drop Firebrand on turn 2, then on turn 3, drop Fiend with like a Crimson Wisp backup and the Fire Blast and the Gitaxian Probe, and it can have these absurd turns. The sideboard's very simplistic right now. It's 4 Smelt because it's better than the Gorilla Monkey in this kind of deck. 4 Pyroblast, 4 Martyrs, and 4 Electricity. So this is what I've just been toying around with, and I came real close to playing it today, but we shall see. Anyway, good games to all of you too. Thank you for that, Mike Man, and everyone for joining us. Deluxekoff signing off for now. I'm going to roll to a commercial or 3, And we'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Pauperganda. Share the format. Share our channel with whoever you can. New to the format. Can't tell you how often. Late at night, I'm playing somebody. I'm like, have you ever heard of Pauperganda? They're like, Pauper what? So please do us a favor if you like the feed and just spread the word. Maybe tap somebody on the shoulder, if only digitally, and let them know. Anyway, love y'all. See you next time on Pauperganda, and wish me luck on Sunday's tournament. Adios.
New Tic Tics with almonds.
It tastes like chewing on a Christmas tree.
It's nutty, minty goodness.
9 dentists love new Tic Tics with almonds.
I wish it had root beer on the inside.
It will! An extra new Tic Tics with almonds with root beer on the inside.
It tastes like chewing on a Christmas tree with root beer on the inside.
I need butter on everything.
Then you'll love new Tic Tics with butter. Now with half the fat. And coming soon, Tic Tics with cannabis.
Not for smoking!
Okay, guys, get back to work.
We've harvested the hottest spices in all the Dorman area. We've delved deep into the forgotten caves of Keldor to bring you the hottest sauce of any plane. Introducing Flame Tongue Hot Sauce. Our thermal alchemists have flame slashed and fire blasted only the most Syrian ingredient to bring a flame to your tongue that causes serious damage. Get tongued. Get Flame Tongue Hot Sauce. Deal 4 damage to any meal.
Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.